and welcome to Call to Arms, and thank you for answering the call, and welcome to a 40k battle report. We don't do many of these, Simon, on the channel.
Around with Sigmar, you know.
I know, I'm terrible. But yes, it has been very much Sigmar focused, I totally get that. But now, yeah, I'm really wanting to dive into 10th edition, which is exactly what we're doing here. So this is the channel's first 10th edition battle report. It's going to be Genestealer Cults.
So you obviously decided to make it easier on yourself, going for the most complicated army.
Of course,
going,
yeah, of course. I'm just like, yeah. No, it's fine because I had a practice game yesterday, so I know exactly how to use them now. So it's totally fine. And then we're facing off against the psychic, heavily powered the Thousand Suns. Yeah. So this is kind of like a. I was going to say, you've used T-Suns quite a lot before,
yeah,
right?
I've used them quite heavily in 9th edition.
Yeah.
In and out. I will be using them at the World Cup for Team Scotland.
Fantastic.
So I'm still trying to get my head around all the little shenanigans.
Amazing, amazing. So for those of you who don't know, folks, Simon is on the Team Scotland team for 40k, and you guys are going to the WTC World Championships. And August, yeah. And where is that taking place again? In Belgium. Oh, very nice, Belgium. So it's very much a kind of a very busy time for you right now. You're doing a lot of game prep. Obviously, a new edition has just landed on your laps as well, so you have to figure that out as well. So it's
not been the easiest.
No, absolutely not. So yeah, I saw you guys having a wee like a team training weekend a couple of weekends ago, so that was really good to see, and you've got more lined up of those as well.
Yeah, pretty much next few weekends.
Fantastic.
Going forward to WTC, it's every weekend there's something happening.
Yeah, it's busy times, guys. So yeah, so look, we're going to have lots of fun tonight. We are going to be showcasing hopefully a lot of the new army rules. Genestealer Cults is coming out as quite a big winner in 10th. And T-Sun's also on the same vein as well, pretty strong.
Mean, following the Eldar nerf, Genestealer Cults are arguably the strongest army going at the moment. But Thousand Suns are definitely running in the top 5, so it should be enough to at least give you a wee run for your money.
Absolutely, no, for sure. One thing I will preface as well with this, folks, is I would say both lists aren't completely competitively level tuned.
No, they're not. Mine's not as highly tuned as I can go. I'm still waiting a few more models. And
I don't have 120 neophytes, so I only have 40. So that's why mine's toned down. But still lots of fun stuff, lots of new lots of new units. I mean, when's the last time you saw a Mutilith Vortex Beast? I'm loving seeing these guys on the table.
The last time we'd seen it would have been in Sigmar. You wouldn't actually see it in 40k.
Yeah, not even in Sigmar, horrendous in Sigmar as well. But yeah, they've got a real big glow up here, so that's awesome. So, shall we get started? Yeah, so we'll go into the list. Before we do, however, just want to say thank you to everyone for watching. Hello. Please, if you are watching and you would like to comment anything in chat, please let us know. Any questions, or if we may get any rules wrong, please shout at us.
Quite possible.
Yeah, please shout at us. And I just want to thank all the sponsors as well. So Accent Gaming, Dunfermline, Mini Mag Trays, and Pro Painted Studios as well. They're sponsors of the channel. They give stuff to me to give away for the giveaway, which I will talk about at the end of the show. So yeah, let's get going, shall we?
Yep.
So we're going to go to my list first. Ta-da! And yeah, so I hope you guys are enjoying the new way that we're showing lists, which is I want to put some images on the screen as well, so you can actually see the models that we're using along with the list as well. So I hope it's a bit better for you guys visually. So in terms of my list, it is 90. I think it's 1985 points or 1990 something about.
The weird thing about temp, it's very hard to get to 2,000 points now. You can't just shove that extra pistol on someone. It's
exactly. It's very much like Sigmar, which I'm noticing more and more.
Need a triumph.
So we'll kick things off. So I've got a GSC. We're going to kick things off with the Abominant. He's a nice kind of beat stick character. He can only lead aberrants, so that's exactly what he's doing. He's leading 10 aberrants. These guys are pretty awesome. They hit pretty hard in combat. They have a 4-up Feel No Pain, which it came in very handy in the practice game yesterday. I was spiking them all over the place, so that was awesome. I know, right? And then he also has the enhancement Inscrutable Cunning. It basically gives that unit infiltrators. And every time I spend a CP on that unit on a 4-up, I can get the CP back.
Okay,
well.
nice.
It's quite nice. But we were talking about at the start of the game, the infiltrators is kind of not that.
Well, it's more. It's not that infiltrating is bad. It's more that you were counting on being able to infiltrate your stuff and then pick it up using your Primus.
Yes.
The problem is you need to make that decision before you actually know if you got first turn or not, which actually is a huge change.
Which is massive.
You know, a lot of the whole redeploy situations were, particularly, well, in 9th anyway, you roll the dice, you see who's going first, and at that point you do your movements. Now you need to do all of that before you know who's going first, so it's significantly more of a gamble if you're going to put that unit 9 inches in front of me, because if you don't get first turn, you can't do anything about it.
Exactly. Yeah. So, so we've decided not really to infiltrate, or rather, we kind of did, but then I still picked the stuff up anyway. So it was kind of, we didn't bother showing that. So anyway, but yeah. So the aberrants, so that's them. We've then got the Biophagus. He is going to be leading a unit of 10 acolytes. The 10 acolytes are going to have 4 of the heavy weapons, and we've just got full flamers, and there's an icon in there as well. Again, just to try and bring some guys back. And the Biophagus is kind of quite nice because he can give that unit, for once per battle, he can give that unit anti-infantry 2+. Nice. And because they reroll once to hit and wound, if you're on an objective marker, the fact that they're 2-ups rerolling 1s on infantry is pretty sweet. They do hit quite hard, I've noticed, like the flat 3 damage on the big like industrial weapons is cool. And then obviously because they are my battle line, they will come back automatically as well.
That's what Genestealer does.
Exactly. So that's something we'll talk about, guys. The whole kind of cult ambush thing. Every single time I lose a unit that has the cult ambush special rule on a 4-up, usually, I can put a little blip on the board and then they come back in my next turn. But for battle line units, so that's your neophytes, that's your acolyte hybrids, you can just bring them back. So automatically, which is awesome. So yeah, Biophagus is nice. It also gives lethal hits on the unit that's leading. Or I forgot to mention, the Abominant also gives sustained hits as well, 1. So that's pretty sweet. We've then got Jackal Alphys. She is leading just a minimum squad of jackals with the wolf quad in there. She's quite nice. She has the ability where if she hits something with her sniper rifle, she gives the rest of my army reroll once to hit in that phase. So it makes my shooting a wee bit more reliable, which is cool. They also have a pre-game move because they've got scout move. They also do mortals when they move over stuff as well, which is kind of nice. I've only got the min squad, so won't be hugely impactful, but they're good for just nipping out and grabbing stuff, you know. So that's fine. I've then got a Nexus, and I guess I better talk about the Nexus and one of my Primuses, because I have 2 Primuses. One Nexus, 1 Primus is going to be in a squad of neophyte hybrids. Neophyte hybrids are going to have 4 grenade launchers, 4 mining lasers, and a cult icon as well. And then I have another unit of neophyte hybrids. They've got 4 seismic cannons, 4 Webbers, an icon, and they're also being led by a Primus. Now, the reason why so many people are taking Primuses is because they give full rerolls to hit, which is amazing. The unit they're leading get full rerolls. So when these guys come out of kind of deep strike to shoot, their heavy weapons will hit on 5s, their usual weapons will hit on 4s. So the fact that you're going to be giving them full rerolls is pretty awesome. The Nexus also means that the unit he's leading, I can spend a command ability on them for 0 CP, even if I've used that, not command ability, sorry, a stratagem. Even if I've used the same stratagem that phase, I can use it again for 0, which is awesome. The Nexus also does a bit of play with the blips. He can move the blip markers as well. And the Primus, as we've already discussed, can pick up 3 units and put them into strategic reserves.
Which we've already actually done.
Yes, we have done that already. Exactly. You might notice when we go to the top down, I have very little on the board, and that's because I've done half my army in deep strike, and then I also picked up 3 units and put them into strategic reserve, because you can do that over and above the usual restrictions, which is what the Primus allows you to do. So that's pretty cool. So that's all the heroes. No, it's not all the heroes, because I have, or characters, because I have 1 left. Got a little Patriarch, and he's going to be leading a 10-man block of Genestealers. These guys are kind of cute. They do kind of decent work against infantry, but against bigger things they kind of struggle. They have to kind of they have to really spike the 6s on the devastating wounds, but they still have advance and charge. The Patriarch gives them the devastating wounds on their wounds, obviously. He also has twin linked on his, so you can kind of fish for those devastating wounds as well, which is quite nice. And that's about it. And I guess the only other enhancements to talk about is the fact that the Biophagus, who's leading the Acolytes, he has got the Prowling Adjutant, which allows me to basically redeploy. If you get within 9 inches of my unit, I move d6, so I can come towards you, go away from you, whatever. And then the last enhancement I have is on the Nexus. I have a Vect, basically. You use a strat, I can make it cost 1 more for the rest of the battle, which is cool. And then the only other units to talk about is I have a wee 5-man block of Acolyte hybrids with full flamers, so 3 flamers, and 2 of the heavy mining tools. and they're just quite good because they can get into really tight spots, which is nice. And then I've also got 2 Goliath rock grinders with the heavy seismic cannons. And they've got a bit of a glow up this edition, with just the fact that they can use the demolition caches without anyone having to be inside them, and they also can hit quite hard on the charge. They do mortals on the charge. I can also tank shot with them as well, and that's about it. Yep. So I think that's everything, mate. Don't think I've missed anything.
Don't think so.
Awesome, cool. So shall we go into your list?
Okay.
Let's have a wee chat about yours.
So first of all, thank you to John Young, who most of this army is at the moment. I'm currently in a state of grey painted, so thank you for him on this. Excuse me for my voice, because I have a bit of a cold. So this is fairly a simple list, to be fair. It's very direct. It's basically based around 4 or 5 big threats that you have to deal with. Yeah. So leading it, we've got Magnus. He is a force multiplier. He's a beat stick. He's a shooting artillery piece. He can make himself go shooting in no line of sight. So he's nice, to be perfectly honest. He does it all. He's T11, 14 wounds, 4 up invuln, 2 up armour. With how easy it is to get cover these days, he'll realistically probably be on a 1-up if anyone's shooting at him, so he becomes incredibly tanky. We have got Araman, obviously a named character. What he gives for the unit that he's got is +1 to wound. That's Araman's natural ability, and he's wandering around with a unit of 10 flamers. So that's now 10d6 flamer shots with +1 to wound. Rubrics naturally reroll 1s to wound. If you're on an objective, they reroll all wounds. So that's quite a nice counterpunch.
That's pretty nice. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Araman also gets the ability to use a Cabal ritual once per game for free. So Cabal rituals are various buffing mechanisms that Thousand Sons had, or even offensive. We'll sort of talk through those as they're coming up.
Yeah, sounds good. There's some pretty powerful ones in there. Yeah.
We have got a 5-man unit of flamers, so 5-man unit of Rubiks being led by an Exalted on Disc. The Exalted on Disc has got the enhancement Lord of Forbidden Law, which lets him once again do a Cabal, but he can do a Cabal that somebody else has already done. So if normally a Cabal is just once per round. If I've tossed out a Doombolt, that would technically be it. However, he allows, because of him, he gets to do a second one himself.
Oh man, that's nuts. Okay.
We have got a 10-man brick of Terminators being led by a Terminator Sorcerer.
Good to see that they're still strong and tense, the old Genestealer Cult Terminators.
They're really strong, to be perfectly honest. So they've taken them up, so they're now 3 wounds each. They're T5, 2 up armour, 4 up invuln. They have also got semi-mini type transhuman. If the weapon that's hitting them is higher strength, they get -1 to be wounded. So
it's actually the same thing I've got on my aberrants. I forgot to say, sorry, they also have that rule as well. Just so tanky. So tanky.
I literally got charged by one of the big Chaos Knights on a game on Tuesday, and it's 12 attacks hitting on 2s, flat 4 damage, and in the end ended up killing 2 guys. It was like,
wow. Wow.
The Terminator Sork is rocking the Umbellific Crystal, which is basically the same as it was last edition. So once per game, I get to pick up the unit and redeploy it in my reinforcement step.
It's a nice wee teleport.
So it means that you can never just leave stuff completely open, because I can always just go zip into that spot. We then have the 3 big lads in the list, the Mutilator Vortex beasts.
Yeah, these guys. Oh, these are chunky boys.
So,
right,
these have definitely improved since pretty much any edition you've ever seen them, to be perfectly honest. They are T10, which actually is a really nice toughness point. It's a nice break point against a lot of things. 5 up invuln, 5 up feel no pain. If they walk and finish a move within 6 inches of you, they just splash out mortal wounds. They have got a shooting profile that is either 1 incredibly good anti-tank shot, it's D6 +3 blast anti-infantry shot, so that's strength 9 -2, 2 damage. Or it's a 2d6 strength 5 flamer, -1 AP. So he's got pretty much something for every type of thing that you want to shoot at.
Like Magnus, they do it all.
Close combat, once again, he's got a dedicated gonna hit big stuff or gonna hit little stuff. So you can either go 15 attacks at 1 damage or 5 attacks at flat 4 damage. So they are significantly useful.
Agreed.
The other nice thing about them is, 1, if a character is within 6 inches of them, then it extends the range of all Cabal. So that means the 18-inch traditional Doombolt now becomes a 36-inch Doombolt. Doombolt is nasty as hell in this edition because you can use it to snipe off lone operators. You know, you can't target a lone operator outside of 12. Doombolt doesn't care. And Doombolt is literally, you just roll the dice. On a 1, you take D3 mortal wounds, 2 to 5. It's 3 plus D3. So when you consider most lone operative characters are sort of wandering around the 4 wound mark, that's just him dead, to be perfectly honest. Or the big one is 6 plus D3. So it's definitely a really potent ability. The other nice thing about the Vortex Beasts is, as well as flashing mortal wounds at you when they get within 6 inches, your units also have to take a battle shock test. So you can quite happily move them onto an objective. If that's got within 6 inches of you, then it actually has a chance to just knock yourself down to 0 OC.
Perfect.
Which is quite nice.
I like that.
So we have 3 of those big lads in the list.
Great.
And then finally, hidden very far back corner of my list, we have a demon ally of the Changeling. Lone operator is really huge in pretty much any list these days, to be fair, to hold your home objective. So the Changeling is like an advanced lone operative, so you can't shoot him outside of 12 as standard. However, if you do go to shoot him, you have to roll a battle shock test to actually be able to target him. If you're within 12 and you shoot him, you have to roll a dice, and at that point you could end up in a situation where you're not allowed to shoot at all.
Yeah, that's pretty clutch.
Which could be huge. It's like, do you really? He's a demon, so he's got a 4-up in Vaughan, so he's a nice tech piece to be able to slot into the list.
Cool.
But that's it. You know, I have the Flameless, the Terminators, Magnus, and 3 big beasts that are all going to go, right, can you kill me? Ultimately, you know, it's a lot easier for me to kill you than it is for you to kill me, but you come back, so it becomes a little bit swingy.
Let's do this. Let's just keep raising back, boys. Okay, so that's the list.
We've already rolled off. You are got first turn.
Indeed, I do. I want to roll off, and we're going to talk about. Let's go to top down, because we're going to have a wee chat about what mission we're playing, the mission rules, and some deployments and stuff like that as well. So we are playing. So the deployment zone we went for was Crucible of Battle, the one we drew anyway, which is the diagonals. So as you can see, we've kind of got those 2 corner diagonals. It goes from the halfway point to the corner.
That's right.
For both, right? Okay. So that's Crucible. The primary mission we've went for is priority targets. So priority targets, so it's the same, just normal scoring for primary. 5 VP for 1 objective and 10 for 2. And you can only score a max of 10. And then at the end of the battle, we score 5 victory points for each objective marker. You control up to 15 points as well. So actually going second is pretty huge, isn't it? Because it just means that
depends if I've still got stuff left alive.
Well, I'll do my best. And then the mission rule, we got Chilling Rain, so nothing. We get absolutely nothing. But yeah, so pretty straightforward, and it's quite good. I think to have our first kind of 10th edition game on the channel. We don't want something too complicated, like objectives bouncing around the board and stuff like that, so we'll just keep it nice and easy. In terms of deployment, so for me, the only thing that's starting on the board is I've got my 2 rock grinders. I've got one hiding behind this building here, this big ruin here. I've got one over here. I've got my jackals and my jackal alphas there, and I've also got my 10 acolytes with my biophages. They're hiding in this building as well. I've kind of went sort of a null deploy, because I'm Genestealer Cults, so I'm going to do that.
Well, I've pretty much gone for a lot of big stuff on the line.
Exactly. So
your guns are solid, but they're not amazing for killing me. So I'm particularly turn 1. I know most of your stuff's off the board, so I can quite happily start in the open, so it doesn't limit me as much.
Exactly. No, for sure. You really can be a bit of a bully, I think, here with this matchup. And then I'm kind of banking on some 9-inch charges, stuff like that. And Genestealers don't have the pluses they used to, so you really are just, if you're putting stuff, you're coming out of cult ambush either with a shooting unit, which is awesome, or if you've got a combat unit, you really need to rock those 9 inches charges. So the 3 big boys in the middle, you can probably see already. Big Magnus is over here as well. We've also got your 10 rubrics with Ariman, and then you've got the 10 Scarab Cults. And you've got your little 5 rubrics at the back, and
the Changeling is
hiding in that big ruin there. We're classing all the runes as the first floor is blocked off. So can't draw line of sight through. How are we treating these blasts, craters?
As it stands, it's just literally if infantry are wholly within it, they're getting cover.
So infantry wholly within, they get cover. Sweet. Okay. And I think that is us. I don't think there's anything else really to do. As discussed, I won the roll-off, so I'll be going first.
So you do get your scout move now.
Yeah, so let's do that again. I'll keep on the top down, might as well. So scout move 9 inches, and they might as well just forwards because I might get a cheeky area denial or something like that maybe for secondary, which means them being in the middle is going to be very good, very nice. I think they're basically just going to die.
And then come back.
They do have the cult ambush rule, but they aren't battling. That's disappointing. So I do need to roll 4 up for them. But yeah, so they're going to scout move into this building here, and I think we're just going to go for it, mate. So we'll go to Genestealer's turn 1.
Yep. So drawing your cards.
Perfect. Oh, this is exciting. My first secondary draw. So we have.
Dun, 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 dun.
We have bring it down.
Kill the big monster.
Okay, I don't think it's possible this turn.
It's technically possible. Whether you want to invest on it's a different manner.
So bring it down, obviously, I think could just be a good one to keep as well because I have big things I have to kill and getting some good points. But it's still max of 5, correct?
Nope, so I think on that it get max is 8.
Oh, sweet! That's pretty cool.
But that means you've got to commit to killing
2 times. Oh, this is going to be tough. Yep, okay, so we've got bring it down, and the next one is no prisoners. Okay, so I just have to kill something, right? Or every time I kill something? Yeah?
Kill a unit.
Kill a unit. Okay, so I'm going to pop those over here, and I'll type them up on the old computer there as well. We both get our CP, which I think is I quite like this change. I don't know how you feel about it, Simon. The fact that CP is so limited this edition.
It's one thing I sort of lack in Files and Sons. I don't really have a great way to regenerate CP quickly.
Yeah.
So my CP are quite precious to me.
For sure. And again, for me, CP a bit less precious because I do have abilities and means to like either spend them for free or for like gaining more. So if I've got neophytes on an objective on a 4 up, I can get some in the command phase, stuff like that. So I think that's pretty much us, mate. Yep. I don't have anything else to do in the command phase. I don't have to roll for battle shock. So I guess it's just shouting to movement then, yeah? We'll just pop to the top down.
So I guess one thing to worth mentioning just for anyone who's just, I guess, getting into 10th.
Absolutely, yeah, you go ahead, mate.
Overwatch. So Overwatch has changed hugely from 9th edition. So where 9th edition it was Overwatch if a unit charges you can now Overwatch in the actual opponent's movement phase. This sort of sets off a lot of real shenanigans. So if we look here where Dave's spikes are, if he actually wants to move those, if I wanted to, I could actually just Overwatch him with Magnus, which, as he says, knocking Magnus nearly off the table. So you have to be a lot more careful with your movement these days because if you move the wrong way, you just lose half a unit.
Indeed, yeah, it is. It's pretty nuts. The new suite of strats that you've got, so Overwatch being changed, you've got rapid ingress now as well.
Yep.
To bring a unit down in your opponent's movement phase, which then means that you can use them in the preceding turn. It's pretty nuts as well. So there's loads
luckily
of
you still have
things.
rapid ingress turn 1,
yes,
which is useful for me here, because otherwise I would have a 10-man unit of Aberrants just literally sat on me turn 1.
Which I would love. I would love that. But yeah, so let's go into movement. I'm just double checking that we're all good. Here, yep. So, we've got John Young watching. Hi, John. He's got put a smiley face in chat. Hello.
And it's half his army that's on the board.
Yeah, I was going to say actually. Yeah, you roll for check. What has Simon spied?
To be fair, it literally, as discussed, at the moment, so Overwatch is weird, so you can do it at the start of when your opponent starts to move, or at the end when they finish their moves.
Oddly, the units start to move?
Yep.
What? That's nuts.
So, weirdly, the defense to that is you don't move a unit, because then you can't Overwatch them, but as it stands, if Dave declares he's moving those bikes, I can actually just try and pick them up with Magnus.
Oh, that's pretty nuts.
I'm only hitting on 6s, but he gets a decent amount of shots.
And spike.
So,
yeah.
That's something that's worth thinking about for me anyway.
That's scary, Simon. So, right, I'm not really going to be doing much this turn because I can't really get anything this turn. No prisoners and bring it down. Ooh.
It's a nice draw, it's just not a nice draw for turn 1.
Not a nice draw for turn 1, not at all.
Not when most of your army is still off the board.
Correct. So I guess for me, it's just a case of getting things on objectives and mean, you're just going to take me off them, but I can't deep strike on, so that's fine. Effective ranges of these Goliaths, I've got 36 inches on the stubbers, which aren't going to do much, I don't think. But let's just see where we could get ranges to. So I think I've pre-measured already, and I'm pretty confident this truck can get on that objective with a 12-inch move. And then he could pop some pot shots in, possibly into one of your big beasties. Or even into Magnus, maybe. He won't be getting rapid fire on the seismics. Well, I suppose they're heavy, actually, so...
Actually, one thing I do need to declare as well, so Magnus also at the start of each battle round, it's not in his turn, needs to decide what buff he's doing. He's going to go defensive, so he is going to give himself damage reduction 1.
Yes, perfect. Oh yeah, so with a lot of these kind of these Primarch, not Wasp, is he Primarch? Is he Primarch? Yeah, he's a Primarch. Sorry, my apologies. Yes, well, a lot of these Primarchs, they have like 3 abilities they can pick from, and then they do some cool stuff. So I guess
the thing is, it does vary. So some of them actually they have to choose in their command phase. Some of them it's start of the battle round. So it's always worth just making sure which one yours is.
Yes, agreed. Okay, right. We're going to move some stuff, mate. So I'm going to move this rock grinder just basically around to there.
Yep.
We'll keep the acolytes hidden in these runes.
Yep.
I could spend a CP on them to pick them up as well. But it does mean that I run the risk of if you blow this up, I don't hold my back objective, so maybe don't do that right now. We'll definitely move this rock grinder, his 12, beep beep, literally just tone on there. We are going to move those so you can overwatch me if you dare at either start or end. Do you have to declare now?
I would have to declare now.
Ah, okay. This is exciting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I would get blast on one of his shooting attacks.
You get 1 additional shot.
I will leave it for the moment.
Always leaving it. So yeah, they'll just move. So they move 12 inches.
You can't go through walls because you're not infantry.
You have to go around. That's fine. So basically, all I'm really wanting to do is just have a nice wee block of jackals just sitting on that objective like that. And I'll try and hit you with my Jackal Alphas and with a mining laser. Let's do it. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. And there. The Sniper Elite. Actually, now, I get the whole thing that she's a jackal, so she probably should lead then. I would quite like it if she had like lone operative, like just, and she could be like a cool little sniper just roving around the battle. She also only has 1 shot as well, which I'm kind of meh about. So it really is. It's just like on a 3-up. Can you give reroll 1s to hit? So yeah, so that's my movement done. Funnily enough.
Okay, it's gonna be a quick game.
It's going to be a very quick game, hopefully. And yeah, so we'll go to main screen. So the Jackal Alphas, she's going to pop some shots. She'll pop a shot. She's going to try and shoot your Vortex Beast, I think.
So obviously she's part of the same squad. So all the squad shooting.
Yes, everything. Yeah. So all good idea. So everything going into the Vortex Beast. So the only thing that can hit is the mining laser and her. Okay. So we'll go for her first. On a 3-up, she hits you. Nope, of course not. And the mining laser is a 4-up. Yes, and strength. Oh, I want to say strength 12 for the mining laser. I think it's like a last cannon. What's your T? What's your T-ness?
T10.
T10. Let's see if I actually wound. Oh, it's definitely wounded you. So you have a 5-up.
5-up inborn.
No.
Nope.
So
just go through.
unless you want to CP reroll.
No, it's alright.
D6 plus 1. 4, 5. Which you've got 5-up short power.
I'll give you some dice now.
I'll give you some Ds. There you go, mate. We'll have a. Oh, in fact, get that blue in it. Get the blue one out of there. There you go with it. Oh, he's done not bad.
Yeah, top 2 of them.
Yep, cool. So he takes 3.
Yep, down to 10.
Down to 10. So I think, yeah, we'll go a mixture of Call to Arms and Team Scotland dice, I reckon. Okay, we'll then do the Goliath Rock Grinder. Same target. Could you do me a favour, Simon? Just measure. It's 24 inches on the seismic.
Yep, so you're 17 away.
Perfect. So it doesn't get rapid fire, so it's just 4 shots with the seismic. He's hitting on 4s. Okay, 2 hits and strength 8. So TT, yeah, so 5 here. Nope, nothing. And then the stubber, 17 you say. So not in rapid fire. Another stub, is that right? Oh no, 18, right? So I do get rapid fire. 3. So we're looking for 4s. See, the reroll ones would have been nice.
And 6s.
And 6s for these. Nothing at all. Oh no, I thought I was going to kill you. I think that's my turn. I'll just have one last look to see if this guy can shoot anything whatsoever. He does have range. Yeah, he'll pop some shots into your rubrics, I guess. So it's 3 shots.
Stubbers.
4s for the stubbers. Extra.
Nice low roll.
2. And then 4s, I guess. Count 4.
Yep.
Nothing. What an eventful turn 1. So that'll be it. Now I need to decide if I'm going to discard.
Yep.
I don't think I am going to discard, which is unfortunate.
Oh.
Because I need to kill your stuff. And every time I kill your stuff with the bring it down, I'm going to get some good points, and I'm also going to count towards no prisoners as well. So I'm going to risk it, and I'm going to say no, and I'm going to pass turn to you.
Okay.
Cool. So let's do it. We're going to go into Thousand Suns turn 1. I'll give us both our CPs.
I love to do.
Yeah. And also
Vortex Beast heal D6. Nah.
I was like, what?
Okay. So 2 cards for me. Assassination.
Very doable.
Which is interesting with that character sat just there. And no prisoners.
Also very doable.
Do your bites have any movement shenanigans if I go near them?
Oh, I don't think so. I will double check, however. Jackals. Abilities. Nope, no movement shenanigans, and I'll just double check my strats. See if there's anything I can do to make you really, really work for this. Let's see. I can. So, and shooting, I can make it that you can only target me if you're within 12.
Okay.
I can also, at the end of your opponent's turn, I can pick up to 2 units, but they have to be battle line. Oh no,
okay.
I can pick up 2 battle lines of 1. So I was just seeing if I could return them to the shadows, but it's the end of your turn.
Right.
So I think the only thing I can do is make them 1 with the shadows. I think that's the only defensive type thing I can do with them. So no shenanigans on my end.
Okay. So Vortex Beast is going to.
So nothing commandy wise. Nothing command
No.
wise. Nope. And I'll type up your So we'll just go to the top down, and I'll type up the secondary. So it was assassinate and bring it down. Yes.
Yep. No assassinate and no prisoners.
No prisoners. Sorry.
Okay, so Mutilated Beast has got within 6 inches of your truck, which we like. Is that at the end of the movement phase? Yeah. I've got Assassinate. I realistically have to go for that. The problem is the best answer for them is actually Magnus, to be perfectly honest.
Well, let's send him in.
But then I'm basically throwing Magnus into the heart of the army already. It is.
What's wrong with that? I see no downside.
14 inches. Yep, Magnus is just going to go there.
Meow. Here he comes.
Interesting. We still see the truck. Right. So I know Dave is going to come in an awful lot this turn, and there's not a ton I can do about it, to be perfectly honest.
But you can choose which things you feed me.
Yeah.
Right. So.
But ultimately, you have the strat for a 3-inch deep strike, so actually I can't even really do that, to be perfectly honest.
Okay.
So we're going to go for a slight bit of luck here, and we are going to try and pop your truck.
Ooh, I like it.
Their big shot is strength 18, it's -4, so no armor save.
Straight through.
D6 plus 6 damage.
Did you just say D6 plus 6?
Yes.
D6 plus 6. Holy moly. Okay. Help. So who we've got in chat? Adam Skinner. Evening, gents. He likes the new room layout. Good. Yes. I think this is a bit more streamlined from the last studio. We have moved to Glasgow, for those of you who don't know. So 5 to Glasgow, you might actually be able to hear Transmit on currently right now. I can't remember, I think it's Sam Fender playing tonight, so if you do hear any nice little tunes, it's you've got him to thank. But yeah.
What I'm going to do is I'm going quite defensive with these guys. Because you've got your 3-inch deep strike.
Yeah.
I'd rather these guys didn't just get picked off. The nice thing about the Exalted Sork is his shooting profile is actually a flamer.
Oh, okay.
Strength 6 minus 2 d3 damage. And one thing I do need to clear. Sorry, I did have something to my command phase. I had to choose what I wanted my psychic weapons to do this turn.
Okay, cool.
So I had to choose between devastating, sustained, or lethal. So we are going to pick sustained for this. So
Sustained.
Our psychic weapons will get to exploding 6s.
Perfect.
Terminator squad. I know you've got Bring It Down, but there's a little part of me it's like, okay, here's a bunch of big monsters.
I'm not entirely sure I'm going to be able to bring them down, Simon, but we'll try our best.
We've got the Overwatch and the Terminators, which is still quite potent. It's like even if you choose to come in the back corner, it can still get you.
For sure.
With how I've positioned him here, his Flamer will be able to hit anything that comes in here. I'm going to get him so his Flamer can fit anywhere here. We're going to move these rubrics. We'll even throw a cheeky advance on them.
Oh, cheeky. Meow.
A slow advance.
So what do they move these days?
5.
5, okay. Not bad, not bad. For being made of dust.
But at least at that point what we do have is an awful lot of Flamer Overwatch.
Yep. Adam's also saying that he did warn me about Thousand Suns. I need to wait for the avalanche of mortal wounds. Can't wait. Looking forward to it. I should have put more Maguses in my squads for a 5-up. 5-up psychic. Although that's only versus psychic, right? Which is that the majority of your juice?
It's about half and half. To be
that would have been less tailoring though, guys.
To be fair, I played someone last week who remained nameless, and I took my Thousand Suns. And he took 3 units of 10-man Desolation Marines.
Oh wow. Okay.
All of which had a librarian attached for 4-up Invuln and 4-up Shrug against Psychic.
Sure.
And the Lion for a bubble of 4-up Ignore Mortal Wounds.
Okay.
It was like, that's one of the best examples of list tailoring I've seen for a long time.
I reckon I could have a guess who that might have been.
Right, so which person is your actual character?
Alphas.
Okay, that's nice, because if Magnus shoots and kills that person still has to be the last one that we're actually taking. Cabal points.
Yeah. Is that something you'd like me to track, or you have to?
I have a 14 here, so
you've got 14
basically the more of my
here.
people you kill, the less Cabal points I have.
Okay.
So Cabal points happen at the in the start of the shooting phase, or at the end of the movement. He is within 6 inches of your truck.
Yep.
So we see him, his aura of mutability goes off.
Mortals.
4 D3 mortals.
Alright, cool.
With 2 mortals.
So I've got 8 wounds left.
And you also need to take a battle shock test immediately.
Of course I do. Good thing I played a practice game. Pretty much everything across the board for my army is 7s. Any minuses to this? Nope. He does not, so he is OC 0.
Not that it hugely
Not
matters.
because what are you OC on that boy?
4.
Yeah, so I'm 3 usually, so didn't make a blind bit of difference.
So let's spend some Cabal, I guess.
Cabal.
So I will spend
Cabal.
7 Cabal points.
Yep.
To let Magnus do a Doombolt.
Doombolt.
And we're just going to Doombolt those guys.
Yes.
I really want to make sure they die,
Sounds good.
to be perfectly honest.
So it's 1d6, see what happens.
3, so that's 3 plus D3.
3 plus d3 mortal wounds.
So 5 mortal wounds.
5 mortal wounds.
Smack into them.
So I'll take 4 on the wolf quad, and then I'll put 1 onto one of these boyos. Cool, because they're 2 wounds a pop.
Okay. We will then spend So that was 7. We'll spend another 6. Which will let Magnus use a stratagem for free.
Cool. And that can be used at any point during your turn?
Any point in this phase. It's one of the harder it's one of the harder cabals to use.
Okay.
So I could save this for later on in the game, but it then means there's shenanigans around it. So
yes.
I'm burning this now.
Cool.
So Magnus will then instantly use his strat, and he will use the strat for reroll all hits and all wounds for psychic weapons.
Good lord, which is, I take it, he's armed with
yes,
everything.
all his guns are psychic
armed
weapons.
to the teeth with psychic weapons. Okay, right, Magnus, just do your worst.
Actually, I suppose we should do those first. But I still have to declare that strat at the beginning of the shooting phase. So the strat, so the cabal's being used.
Yep, sweet.
Big lad's going to shoot into him.
Big lad.
So 1 shot, hitting on a 3.
Come on. Come on, whiff. Oh, he's whiffed, thank God.
Okay, over
Just
there.
have to come and combat.
1 shot into your truck. So freeze.
Nice.
Freeze.
Needed that. Needed that.
Is that worth a CP reroll?
Ooh.
It might be actually.
Yeah, 1 in 3 chance. You just take me out, right? Please. Yes.
Yep. So no save.
Nope. So it's just roll a 4. Yep.
Bang.
Kaboom. Does he explode? Nope. But he is kaboomed. Wow. That is pretty devastating on those boys, let me tell you.
Well, now his gun's not quite in range of those.
Yay.
So he puts his...
Just rattle them into the jackals.
I know, but it's so much overkill in the jackals at the moment.
Who cares? Overkill them.
Right, he's going to shoot his D6 plus 3 blast into the jackals.
Cool.
So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1 extra. Yeah, cool. So blast. 1 extra shot for every 5.
3's to hit.
Yo.
Strength 9.
So 2s, because I'm on top is 4. Okay, yeah.
2 wounds.
So 3 wounds. What's the AP?
Minus 2 damage.
I think it's straight through. I think I've only got a 5 up save. I'll just double check.
And to be fair, I can't see all of them, so you're going to be getting cover. I can't actually see that guy.
So I'll double check their save, and then we'll. It is 5 up, so I get 6 ups. Yeah.
Yep.
Minus 2. Nope. So 2 damage a pop. Yeah.
Yep.
So that 1 kills that guy. 1 kills this guy. 1 kills this guy. Cool.
I don't know. So what we're going to do now then,
Now then.
we're going to draw a lovely line of sight for Magnus's wings.
Yep.
And he's going to shoot into the truck.
I was going to say, because you're like, I don't know if you can see the truck.
Yeah,
I was like, how does it work for obscuring it? It's not like a pillar of obscuring, is it?
I still couldn't see over it there, but we have got line of sight with...
Oh, is it? Oh, is it like, basically you...
So if we're saying that's a 5-inch tall, which...
Technically
basically...
not, right? Is it?
It's
there.
It's there or there.
So you would still need to draw a true line of sight, but you can. Cool.
So we will use my free strat now to give a reroll all hits and all wounds.
Oh, that's so good.
And everything into the truck.
That's awesome. Cool.
So first of all, we have the Gaze of Magnus.
Gaze of Magnus.
Which is 3d3 shots for 3. We hit on 2s.
Okay.
And we're rerolling everything.
Cool. 2s rerolling. And you do have sustained, right? Yeah.
So we're going to even fish on that.
Oh, you cheeky monkey.
And 2 extra hits.
Yeah.
This is strength 9, but plus 1 to wound.
So you will be wounding me on force, because I'm T10.
Rerolling everything.
Oh, that was really good anyway.
We're not going to get so fish. He is a devastating wound attack, so the 6 is doing devastating anyway, but I could fish on those, but wound you on 4s, it's not worth it. We'll just go for it to try and do.
Wow, that's awesome.
That is 4 at -2. You are getting cover, so -1.
Cool, so I'm on force. 1 goes through.
Okay, that's 3 damage.
3 damage and 3 mortal wounds.
There's going to be 3 mortal wounds, but they hit at the end anyway.
Okay, so 3, so 6 in total?
Yep.
So I've got 2 left.
And then his Leech's Firestormy attack, D6 plus 3.
So 4. Okay.
Hitting on 2s.
2 rerolls.
Going to be cheeky.
Oh, he's fishing!
He's fishing.
He's fishing! Oh, it's paid off.
Fishing pays off.
Wow, that's awesome.
Strength 5, so it would be 6s, but plus 1 to wound.
Yes.
So
looking for 5. Devastating.
And there's 2 mortal wounds on that already.
Perfect. So he explodes. Does he deal the demise? Don't know if it matters. Nope. There we go. Ah. Good kapoo. Well.
And then we go, Magnus declares a charge.
Mm-hmm.
Do you actually need this charge to off to get assassinated?
I feel pretty good for these guys.
They've got this.
You got it, guys.
8 inches. Another thing about terms, I guess, for anyone who's still learning, you have to make base to base if you can.
Okay. Yes, that's a very good thing to state.
You can't do random shenanigans where you pile in and start looping around and all this type of stuff anymore. So we are going to use the big attacks just to actually show off a little bit of what Magnus can do.
Big sweepers.
And also because his little attacks is only 1 damage, which actually is not hugely efficient against you. So we are 7 attacks, hitting on 2s.
Cool.
No rerolls, because I can only use that strat in the shooting phase.
Okay.
But it is a psychic weapon, so 6s explode.
Okay.
So no misses, but no explosions.
Yep.
It is now strength 16 with +1 to wounds.
I think it's 2s. I think you're 2s here, Simon.
Okay, so 6s go to mortals again, so 3 mortals, but each of those are -3 flat 3 damage.
I think
which I believe.
I think they're dead, Simon. Ooh. Okay, so that's your assassinate, and you've also got no prisoners.
Yes, so we've maxed no prisoners with that.
Oof, lovely. I will roll, so 4 up, these guys become a blip. They do not become a blip.
No blips.
Which is pretty big. So, cool, wow. That's just me 3 assets down for nothing, really. Okay.
Well, what you've done is you've baited my big stuff forward.
Yay! Great. Okay.
Now
cool.
have you got the shooting to kill the big
Do
stuff?
I have the shooting? Now remind me, any CP spent that round?
I spent 1, so I'm down to 1.
Cool, and that wasn't including your freebie?
Nope, that wasn't included the freebie.
You are down to 1.
So that was the re-roll the wound onto the chalk at the back.
Yes. Ah, yes, of course. So we're down to 1. Okay, so let's score them up. So secondaries wise, so we've got assassinate for.
So that is so 5 points for that, and maximum you can get on no prisoners is 5.
So 10 points on secondaries. Cool. So that'll put you to 10 victory points because we haven't scored primary yet, and I'll get rid of those because we completed those secondaries as well. Perfect. And then I guess it's just over to me.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're on to turn 2. I'm up to 3 CP, and in terms of primary, I'm going to get 5.
Yep.
I'm up to 5 for primary, so I'll get up to 5 victory points. My secondaries I've kept, just bring it down to no prisoners. So I guess it's just kind of over to me then, mate. What we'll do before we get going is we've got Reese in chat. Hey man, this is actually pretty cool because Reese is at a 2-day Age of Sigmar tournament, so that's huge hustle from him tuning in tonight, because I know that he'll be having a good time in Stirling, and I believe he's also 3-0 after day 1.
Very nice.
I think if I've kept up with chat correctly, he's rocking his Sylvaneth, as per usual, his trees. I think it's a Lariel Durthu that he's running, so nice. Awesome. So please let us know how you're getting on, man. But he says, evening gentlemen, and he says, your man's shooting mind bullets. He was shooting mind bullets, you're absolutely
Hey, he hit them with a big sword.
And he did actually come in with a massive sword. Right, so for this turn, I've got quite a lot I need to do. I need to kill some
stuff. Yes, this is going to be the longest turn in the history of mankind.
Yes, woohoo! So let's bring out all the toys and do all the stuff and all the things. So I've got nothing to clear in the command phase. So we're just straight on to, we'll just go into the top down because we're just going on to the movement phase. And then Reece says, he's in the house, but he's 3-0, yes, well done mate, very well done. So let's get on to regular movement, shall we? Who's the tape measure? Can I borrow that tape? So one thing I will say as well is we'll have one tape measure because I broke mine. Right, so
special,
because it's very special. Sharing is caring. So we are 20 inches away. So with a 6-inch move, with no ability to advance and charge, that is not possible. Nope, that's just slightly impossible there. So I think they'll just stay where they are. They'll just stay where they are.
Discretion, better part of valor.
Yeah, they might also. I might pick them up, or I might move them forward, because I could return them to the shadows. But yeah, we'll see. But this turn I really need to bring in the full brunt of my killing, hopefully, to do some stuff.
So at the start of the turn, I need to pick what Magnus is in.
Go for it.
He is on defensive profile.
Yep, so he's going to be reduced damage.
I'll be perfectly honest, he will always be on that unless I say otherwise.
Perfect. So damage reduction 1. I think that's a good That's definitely a good shout. And he's on a 2-up save, 2-up, 4-up.
2-up, 4-up.
Any minuses to hit?
Nope.
How many wounds?
14.
It's a lot. It's a lot, Simon. There's a lot. Right, and he's T
11.
T11. He's even tougher than the Mutilith Vortex Beast.
Bigger than the Vortex Beast.
I suppose so. He's pretty ripped as well. Right, so...
That was nipple horns.
His nipple horns. So I guess, yeah, we're just... These guys are going to stay pretty still. I think we might just do a little bit of shuffly, just to get one guy right in the corner. Potentially. Could be used for some counter punch. Yes, but we do need something to hold the backfield right now. And yeah, so that's fine, so they'll stay there. And then it's just the rest of shooting, the rest of movement, where lots of stuff is going to come down from the sky. So let's kick things off. So am I right in saying this guy's taken 3 wounds already?
Yes, he is
So
down to 10.
Down to 10. Oh my god, 13 wounds. Okay. So, let's bring these boys in.
Just get yourself set up for a long term here, Chaka.
Yeah, I was going to say, guys, yeah, get settled in, grab some popcorn, because I've got hella units to bring in. So we'll see how if this pays off. So
obviously the one thing I will say is if you choose to come in within 12, I could choose to overwatch.
Absolutely, that's fine.
With a flamer.
That's fine. So I guess we'll set outside 12. So the reason for coming in within 12 is because I have rapid fire on a lot of the wee guns, but the wee guns aren't really going to be doing much, I don't think. No. So I think yes, we're quite happy to just do that, and everything else is 24. So we could actually sit really far back, but I don't want to just be like completely out of the game as well. I don't know if there's any benefit of me really being that far up. Let's see. I guess because then in my next turn with an advance, you could get onto the objective. So that is a possibility. So yeah, we'll just sit just outside 12.
Okay. So at that point, I can still overwatch, but I wouldn't be overwatching with the flamer profile. It'd be the blast profile, which is not quite as interesting for me.
Definitely not as tasty because you're hitting on 6s.
Yeah. And ultimately the issue is, even if we say that I kill, the most I could actually hit and kill would be 13 guys, and at that point you still have all your heavy weapons and it literally makes no real difference in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. So we have grenade launchers, we have mining lasers, we've got all that good stuff, all the good anti-chonky boy stuff that hopefully can do the business.
So obviously to avoid gotcha moments, one strat that Thousand Suns do have is they can zero out damage. You can zero out after damage. A save has been failed.
Just the one?
Yep. Well, whatever the damage is. So if it's a last scan, but it can only be done on psychers. Vortex Beasts are not psychers.
Perfect. Okay. What's the max number of shots out of the things people you could kill with your flamer? Sorry, did you say?
Flamer's just 12, 2d6, so max would be 12.
Max would be 12. Okay. Because I am generally thinking of bringing in the seismics within double tap range of him as well, because I'm not 100% sure I'm going to get the job done with just the mining lasers and the grey launchers over there.
So what are you going to be hitting on? 5s rerolling?
I'll be 4s rerolling. 4s with full rerolls.
You get sustained when you come in from these
strikes? Yes, sustained. But you've got invulns, so the extra AP doesn't really help there at all. But yeah, so I get exploding 6s, but really it's only going to be 8 shots coming out of that squad there. Whereas I could do sheer weight of dice with both squads. So flamers are 2d6.
Yep. Strength 5 minus 1.
Strength 5 minus 1. So we win them on 3s.
Actually, my apologies. Strength 6 minus 1.
So we win them on 2s. But if I come down in cover, I'll get cover. Or is it ignore cover?
But you said that you have it's tolerance, so tolerance always ignore cover anyway. But we've also said that's ignore line of sight. That's blocked off.
Of course, yeah, it's blocked off, isn't it? So I guess what, Simon, I think we're just going to be super aggro here because I think I need all the shots I possibly can. But I'll bring you in multiple squads and you can decide which ones you'd like to flame. So outside 9, 9, Because if I could even just get some, plink some shots in there.
So what's in that squad then?
So in this squad we have the Primus, we have the Nexus, we have 4 grenade launchers, 4 mining lasers, and the rest is all just your usual hybrid weapons, whatever they call them.
Pew pew guns, as I would say.
Pew pews. Yeah, strength 3, no AP.
Yeah.
Basically. Auto guns, if you will. So they're down.
Yep, I'm fine.
Cool. Next squad.
To be fair, the taste of Overwatch there would have been Magnus. Because obviously if we can get devastating, his mortal wound starts spilling over, and at that point lots more people start having painful days.
I'm not a fan, sir. This blocks line of sight.
Yep.
But yes, so I'm gonna have to get.
It needs to be an angle.
But then I'm gonna have to get some angles correct. Yes. So Webbers are cool because they have devastating wounds as well, and they're also flamers. So we could spike there.
And what range on them?
12 inches. And then we've got the rest of these guys as well. So the exact same loadout as the other boys, the auto guns basically. It
is tempting.
Oh, it's tempting. It's tempting for Simon.
So what else have you still got off the board?
Let's take it. Line of sight now. So I think the line of sight stops here, so I'm going to have to start putting guys behind. We want to get the seismics within double tap range as well. Sorry, not double tap, rapid fire range. So what I think we'll do is we'll forego some little boys to get them in, because ultimately actually they could just move this unit over, couldn't they, to get some guys in. Some squishy guys.
And welcome to this edition of Dave Moves Models.
Dave Moves Models. They all have 24-inch range, so they can sit as far back as they want, which is awesome. And that then gives some extra space for this other squad coming in. Perfect. Boop. Boop boop. Where's the other mining laser? Where's the seismic? I'll lift the guy up here. Unless you can see a seismic cannon, Simon. Speak now, forever hold your peace.
1, 2, 3.
He's here.
Yep.
Yeah. Oops.
Squad merge.
Squad merge. Pop him there.
Oh, so there is one sneaky thing about Genestealer Cult, which it's a nice little wee gotcha, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So your cult icon
Yes.
brings models back.
Yes.
And that happens at the end of the reinforcement step, I believe.
Correct.
So even if I actually overwatch him and
Because
kill
they'll
some
bring
models,
back.
he can still bring some back.
I like that.
I'm not a fan of it, if I'm honest.
So they bring back flat 3, but it's 3 plus D3 if they are within range of an objective, which is kind of cute.
This is part of the reason why I haven't Overwatch with Magnus.
Yes.
Because the chance of me getting to actually to the level where it's doing something that I want to die is fairly small.
So I think what we've managed to do there, Simon, is we've managed to get both squads outside 9 and everything within their extra shot ranges. Yeah? Okay. We're also going to bring in some aberrants with an abominant. Now I've actually got some, I don't know why I didn't use this before, got some handy 9-inch sticks. So let's give me some options on what I can charge. What I can charge. So they could sit about here. be kind of hidden, but could also charge Magnus, which I think is probably what I want to do. I reckon these guys could take Magnus.
Flat 2 or flat 3 damage?
So they're flat 3, so they'll become flat 2.
And what's strength?
Strength is 8.
So wounded on 5s is the problem.
5s though is the issue. Sustained hits will help, but other than that, I'll double check. Even if they were strength 10, it would still be.
Yeah, it's only 5s.
Do I want to chain out so I can get possibly? I could choose this. I could decide what I want to charge. Yeah, we'll do that. So let's do that.
Now the Overwatch is getting more interesting.
Are you interested, Simon? You interested in the Overwatch?
I'm interested, but I don't think I'm interested enough.
Not interested enough? Could I tempt you then with another unit? How about a Patriarch and his Genestealers? Because I genuinely think I just need to throw the kitchen sink at you right now. So he'll go. Yeah. He doesn't have any options. He's just going straight for Magnus. Because he hates Magnus, because he has really nice trousers. He wants to steal them. I'll put his little crouch sling there.
Well, people, on the plus side, this game will either be over very quickly or not.
Yep, I reckon it will be very quickly. Okay, so we have the neophyte boogie.
Right, have we got an angle for Magnus to shoot the...
And I'm going to save my little 5 squad of acolytes. They're getting saved. But yeah, that's the end of my moving phase.
Okay, has Magnus got line of sight to shoot the Genestealers from there?
Yes. Because yes.
Yeah.
You scared? You scared of the Genestealer, Simon? You scared of those devastating wounds?
Yes, ultimately. So yeah, I'm going to burn a CP.
Okie dokie.
And we will... I'm not convinced it's a great play, but we'll give it a shot.
Give it a bash. Give it a bash, mate.
So 3d3 shots with the gaze of Magnus.
Yep.
So
nice.
6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So this is what, a CP down?
Yes.
So you're down to 1?
Yep.
Cool. So I don't have to change anything.
So 2's to hit. No, sorry, 6 is to hit.
Yep.
And 6 is also explode. That's what's sustained.
Cool. Yep. So 6 is. Oh, yeah.
So that's 4 hits.
Cool. Love to see it.
First weapon.
Love to see it.
2's to wound.
Yep.
6s are devastating.
Cool.
So 3 wounds on your invuln.
Cool. So I've got 5 of invulns because I'm super fast. Don't make any.
3 die.
So we'll kill these back through.
Then we have the blast weapon, which we get in +2 at that point. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 shots.
Good lord.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
We'll stick a Team Scotland in.
So still 6 is to hit.
Yep.
6 is to hit are exploding.
Oh, sweet Jeebus. Is that 10 hits? Oh, Simon, that's too much. That's much too much.
2's to wound. +1 to wound and strength 5. Okay,
so that's 9 wounds.
That just goes to 2 devastating.
Oh, fantastic.
And those are -1. What's your?
Oh, I don't think I'll be any good. Oh, if I could make some invulns, that'd be fantastic. So that will be so of the squad left, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And then 2 mortal wounds. Smash the Patriarch. Okay, that was an unlikely overwatch.
That was egregious, Simon. What the hell, bro? Come on. Do I roll for them coming back? You did kill a unit, but do you only kill the whole unit once the Patriarch's gone, or is that technically a unit dead?
I don't know, if I'm perfectly honest.
Okay.
I hold my hands up, guys. Don't know Genestealer Cult.
Well,
amazingly.
let's check and see if they do actually have their cult ambush ability.
I would imagine so.
I would hope so. I think it's mostly foot infantry does, but your vehicles don't. So abilities, they do have cult ambush, and
Does
when we
Patriarch
go to
have cult ambush?
no, the captures don't.
Okay.
The captures do not. So if I go to my index, Genestealer Cults, here we go. Army rules, cult ambush.
I know for a fact Adam is going to be shouting in chat.
Each time a unit with this ability is destroyed, roll a d6. So they are a unit, yeah, and they've been destroyed. So on a 4-up, I can bring them back as a blip. No. What's Adam shouting about? Yeah, wait, spike those hits. Yeah, tell me about it, John. Exactly. Yes, right, okay, so let's go for some...
Your shooting phase.
Yeah, finally.
My shooting phase is finished.
Well, hopefully I get some spiky hits like the you just got.
Yeah, we did.
So we're going to go for my faraway squad of neophytes. They're going to... no, actually, we'll go for this squad here first. So they're going to put all their shots into this beastie. And I'm going to spend a CP on them to give them +1 to hit. Or +1 ballistic skill rather, which is pretty nice. And they also get an extra AP, but that matters nothing versus you because you have invulns, correct?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So
I do have 5 up armour. 4 up armour.
Alright, okay.
So if I'm getting covered, go to 4. Okay. So yeah, it matters.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do the seismics first, shall we?
The fun stuff.
The fun stuff. So we've got 6 shots each for them, because they usually have 4, but they have rapid fire 2. So that's 1, 2.
It is a hell of a amount of shots you get from those guys.
And that's 4 guys. They're now hitting on 4s, exploding 6s because they've just come in this turn. So it'll be 4s, exploding 6s, and then it'll be 5s to wound though. So here we go.
Couple of 6s.
Couple of explosions. We do have full re-rolls to hit, so let's not go fishing. Let's just be nice. Because I definitely don't feel as cocky as Simon. Let's see, so 4's looking for... Well, that was a good conversion at least, and we get 1 more explosion. So I've actually only dropped 2. Okay, that's not bad. However, it's the 5 to wound that's the issue.
Right, so got a lot of dice in your hands there.
Weight of dice, you'd hope so. So 5. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So it would be AP2, but you don't care. So 5 ups.
5 up in 1.
So he makes 2, and these are D3 damage a pop. So let's see what we can do here. So we whoa there. So that is 15, 17, 18 with 5 up shrugs. Ooh. So how many dice we got here, Simon?
2 in mine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 9.
I'll do this twice.
Yeah, go for it.
5 up. 10 wounds left.
10 wounds left.
Just for the undead.
Oh wow, okay.
So, average so far.
So he's done 7.
So he's taken 6.
Yep.
No, it's down to 4.
Did he take 6 there or 6?
Yes, take
6, cool. So he's down to 4, and yes, he is dead. Yes. Well, that's a lot of wasted shots. Genuinely didn't expect one squad to do the business.
The explosions won't matter, so he's just dead.
Wow, okay. This now puts me in quite a tricky position because these things have only got 20 minutes range. So can I grab a tape measure from you, please, my lord?
The tape measure.
Oh God, did you give it to me now? Oh, it's up here. It's up here. Genuinely did not expect them to do that well. And unfortunately, it means that I've only got a couple mining lasers in range over there. So I should. If I was a better player, then I would have staged so that if they did do it amazingly well, I could have then put shots into Magnus. As it stands, 2 mining lasers is all I have. But I will spend the CP for free. So we have 2 shots here. These are 4s with full rerolls with exploding 6s. I guess we'll just reroll both, shall we? We get 1 hit. Strength 12, so 3s. Yep. And you'll have your invuln. Oh, sorry, there you go. And then it's
what damage is this?
D6 plus 1.
Okay, so I'm going to spend a CP and 0 that failed save.
Beautiful. Cool. So that gets rid of that.
I have to declare it before you roll the damage, which is a little bit sad. It's quite nice to go, that's 1 damage, I'll let that go.
Quite right. Okay then, so I guess we've got some charges, because that's all the shooting done. So we have some charges. So we're going to go with the evidence. got a CP in hand.
That's 9 inch.
9 inch charge, you just need to rock a 9 inch charge. Oh, jeez, you need to rock a 9 inch charge here, boys.
5 floating there.
Oh, it's close, but I'm spending a CP for, nope. On a 4 up to get that CP back, because I used it on them, nope. And then we'll try the Patriarch as well. Right, nothing ventured, nothing gained, nope, so nothing there. As well,
oh that's not looking good.
That's a whiffers. So I do get some secondaries, however.
Yep.
But it's not ideal. So we bring it down. So you had a wounds characteristic of
13.
13. So it wasn't the magic 15 plus. So I'm only going to get what 4 points for that.
Yep.
And then I'm just going to double check my CP. So I'm down to 1 now, and you're down to 0.
0.
Right. Okay. In terms of no prisoners, I would get 2 points.
Yes,
Yeah.
because 1 unit.
So 4 plus 2 is 6. So I scored both my secondaries, but it's not ideal. So that will take me up to 11 VP total. We are going to get rid of bring it down no prisoners because I scored them. And then we're on to your turn 2, mate. So I'm up to 2 CP now.
And back up to 1.
Okay, up to 2, and you're back up to 1. And then, yeah, hit me with some secondaries, mate. What'd you get?
So I have got Extend Battle Alliance, which is control 1 or more objective markers in your own deployment and 1 in no man's land.
So you got that.
Got that.
You have that, okay.
Capture enemy outpost. Take your home objective for 8 victory points.
8 CP is huge. That's huge. I'm going to take them up, right? And then
The question I've got is how many models have you currently got on your home objective?
I have. I'll need to check my OC. Usually for battle line it's 2, right? So I technically have got, because not every single model's on there.
That's what I'm counting on.
So I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm OC 8. OC 8 over there. So I'm just going to type that up there, pal. So secondaries we got extend battle lines.
Yep.
And then you got
Capture enemy outpost.
capture enemy out. Can I squeeze in outpost? I can. Perfect. Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Need to do a little bit of measuring and finagling here.
Years. Measuring and finagling.
We top down or no?
No, we'll go to
we'll go top down. I'm about to walk past this about 9 times.
And also, is there anything to declare in your command phase before you start doing it?
I will. I will keep my psychic weapons in sustained.
Okay, exploding 6s. Cool.
So primary, I'm going to get 10 already. Right. So what I do.
Oh yeah, I better score that up as well. Yeah. Yep.
So what I do need to clear at the start of my phase, the Terminators are going to pick up.
Yes.
I have not decided quite where they're going yet.
Okay.
Okay.
So primary is 10.
Yep.
Takes up to 20 CP. 20 VP, son. Oh, it's not looking good, folks.
Decisions here.
Decisions.
So Magnus has got enough movement that I can use a double move with Magnus to actually get him onto your home objective.
Of course.
But he is only OC6.
Okay.
So the question then becomes...
You get some charge with it, right?
Not my double move.
Oh really? No charge if you double move? Ah, interesting.
So there is a world where I come in with my Terminators here and just go...
Get blasted?
Daka.
Yeah, yeah.
And shoot there, which is interesting. But I also feel very much like I'm just leaving your 20-man blob, and you could pick it up at the end of my turn and just... Can you pick them up and then bring them in your next turn?
Yeah. They go back into
yeah.
Ambush.
And can you do that with both units?
Yeah, I can pick up both.
Yeah.
For 1 CP.
Which is not ideal.
I can also, if you finish a move within 9 of this squad, they can also move d6 inches as well.
Which is, can I get a sweet spot?
Which is, I could potentially use to try and hide from your shooting, or to get more guys on the board.
Okay, so if I kill your guys... Okay, let's say I kill your neophytes this turn. When do they come back exactly?
Well, I would put a blip down, and come back in my turn.
I thought you always got a turn to respond to the blip.
I'll double check.
Like I said, I may be wrong, I have not played.
Oh, that's fine, I'll double check. I'll put it up here. Let's check the old blippy. Blippy. So, army rules, cult ambush. Each time a unit with this ability is destroyed, roll a d6, adding 3 to the result of the battle line. Unit on a 4-up, this unit is placed into cult ambush, and you can place 1 cult ambush marker anywhere on the battlefield that is more than 9 inches horizontally away from the line of units. Blah blah blah. If you end a move within 9 inches, any kind of move within 9 inches of a cult ambush marker, it's removed. At the end of the reinforcements step, of your opponent's next movement phase. Okay. So at the end of the reinforcement step of your opponent's next movement phase, for each of your cult ambush markers that's still on the battlefield, you can select 1 unit from your army that's in cult ambush and set that destroyed unit back up in the battle using deep strike ability. So that is pretty huge, actually. Okay, cool. So I'm going to apologise to John in chat because that's not the way I played that yesterday. Sorry, John. Yeah, so they shouldn't have been coming back in my next turn. It's my reinforcement step of my opponent's next movement phase, which is a lot less strong, actually.
So it's why fast armies have a chance to actually deal with you, because you have to put the blips down and then they go, well, cool, I've got time to actually respond to this. So what I'm debating trying to do, unfortunately, is completely out of position. This little sorcerer guy back here has an interesting ability, which is you put it on an enemy unit. Has to be within 18 inches, and it only happens on a 2-up. So not perfect odds, but if it goes off, it halves their move, advance, and charge.
Oh.
So I'm debating going...
On those boys?
Can we go into them? I think ultimately, you've put me in a position where, as much as I want to go over there and get that objective, I've got to deal with these, because if I don't, you'll pick them up at the end of my turn and bring them back and nuke me somewhere.
Now, if I do that, I can bring them in next turn.
Yes.
Because that's not called
ambush. And that's not called ambush.
Yes, that is just that. Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Your full rerolls to hit and your exploding 6s. When do they stop?
They stop. It's for that phase,
right,
so they're no longer in that, I believe. Yeah. And I'll just check one with the darkness. Let's see. Return to shadows. End of your opponent's turn. Up to 2 Genestealer Cults battle line units. And are you within 12 or outside of 12? Because I can shut off your shooting. If you're outside of 12.
I am inside of 12 on both units.
Okay, perfect. So return to the shadows, end of your opponent's turn. I can pick up 2 battle line units, remove the targeted units and place them into strategic reserves. So they just go back into reserves. But they can't be within engagement range of enemies when they do that. So if you get me in combat, I can't do it.
Yeah, I don't want to get you in combat, unfortunately. I'm not fast enough to actually do that.
But you can blap at me.
I can blap at you.
You can blap at me.
So, big lad is for 5 and 4. Puts them to there.
Perfect.
So at that point we've got line of sight onto them and onto them. I'm still just trying to toe onto the objectives.
Well, it's okay. John's given me a free pass in the game yesterday. He was saying it wouldn't have mattered because he was too badly damaged anyway, so it's fine. It's all fine. see what else we say in chat. Reese is saying he thinks that he saw Simon at Common Ground Games the other day.
Quite possible.
You have a stalker, Simon, clearly. And yeah, John's saying it's fine, Dave. You started slow yesterday, but ran away with the game in the later stages. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that this game though, because these guys are
these units.
very difficult to take down. Right, I'll keep letting you do your movements, Simon. I'll get some refreshments.
So I guess what I am trying to do here is, even with a double move, I can't get the flamers within range of his aberrants, which is what I really wanted. So what we're just trying to do is position it so if he starts moving it, then at that point I can start flaming him at that point. So we're going to roll an advance on this unit back here. 3. One disadvantage to having different speed movement like this is, although my guy can technically move 13 on his disc, the rest of his squad cannot do anything close to that. Changeling is still just going to keep sitting at the very bottom because literally he's a lone operative objective holder. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring back in the Terminators. So 9 inches away, so I might go and steal some of Dave's handy measuring sticks.
What are you ransacking?
I need handy measuring sticks.
Yeah. There you go, sir. Handy 9-inch sticks.
Handy 9-inch sticks.
It's always good to have. Oh, there's Sam Fender started playing up again.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Oh, you really want to pick up these neophytes. Whew. Oh, Magnus is wing. Technically that's him at half health now, so...
He regenerates quite
I
rapidly.
think you just have to pick him up. So, what is the thing with Magnus? Does he get about an aura of reroll hits?
So, Magnus gives +1 to hit and wound for psychic weapons.
Okay.
What I'm realistically going to be doing here is turning their weapons into psychic weapons.
Yep. Okay. And what kind of CPs do you need for that?
I need 1. So realistically,
just the one. Okay.
Yeah. So what the combination is here is I need 2 CP, but I've only got 1. So what I'll be doing is I'll be using 1 CP on them to turn their weapon into psychic weapons.
Okay.
I'll then be using a Cabal so they can use the strap for free, and that will then give them full rerolls.
Cool. So what I'll do is I'll vect that, and then it means you can't spend any CP on it.
Can't spend
So it's +1 CP. So it makes.
Is it from the next time you use it?
Yes. Oh no! Damn it! It's the next time, isn't it?
I believe so.
Oh no!
Because it would be amazingly good if it was instantly.
So can I check? There wasn't any. Oh, the Nexus wasn't even on the board, so you couldn't have done it anyway. But I will retroactively do that now. So I will make it so that you can't. So that it's the strat for making things psychic weapons.
Yep.
It's going to make it cost 2 CP.
It's swingy because there's 2 parts to the combination. There's one part which makes them psychic weapons.
Yep.
There's the other one which is give psychic weapons all hit and wound rerolls. Obviously, the hit and wound rerolls is what I used on Magnus, and obviously you saw the impact on that.
So it's whether I want to vect one or t'other.
Yeah.
Okay, so because you're still going to be able to do your combination regardless.
Yeah. So this turn it's going to be the combination regardless.
So I guess I'll vect the full hit
and wound rerolls. Yeah, it's what I'd do.
Yep.
Okay. So when do you need to play your defensive strats?
When I'm selected as a target of a shooting attack.
Okay. So, starting of the shooting phase.
I believe. I can double check, but I think it's when they're picked.
Okay. I also need to quickly check whether Araman is...
Yes, it's going to become a target. Yeah.
An assault weapon on him or not. He has one psychic attack, I'm just not quite sure if it's going to advance the unit, so I don't know if it is an assault weapon. The other part of me thinks it is, but hey. This is Simon looks for paperwork.
But I was supposed to have the longest turn in history, Simon.
We will just literally use app.
Do you know what I will say? I have been pleasantly surprised with the 40k app. I think that the ability to check for rules and the army builder, where we still have access to it without paying for it, I think is pretty good.
No, not too bad.
So well done, James Workshop.
So no, he can't. So okay.
Okay.
So
everything moved.
Everything has moved.
Perfect. And I could Overwatch if I wish.
You could.
Correct. But I'm not gonna.
Without you sustained, without the rerolls.
It's just. It's that good, hit on 6s. So carry on.
Okay, so let's start burning cabal points. So the Terminators will spend 6 cabal points to let them have a strat for free,
Perfect.
which they will use later on in the game.
Okay.
Araman. He's too far away to do what we really want. Is it going to matter? No. Keep a save reroll. See, this is why I dislike the fact you killed the Vortex Beast over here, because that means this guy's offensive power is now short of where I wanted it.
Yay!
So that's 6. Go 5. Araman is just going to use his once per game free strat, free cabal point.
A free cabal point?
Free cabal.
So what is this?
Basically means that you can use a cabal ritual and it doesn't cost me any points.
Oh sweet, okay.
And he is just going to throw a very basic Doom Bolt into them.
Doom Bolt. Cool.
You're not the ideal target for it, but it's
something.
I want to start whittling them down. So
yes.
What does it do? 2, 3 plus D3.
Nice.
For 4.
For 4.
So, should do 2 mortal wounds.
I have my 4-up shruggers.
Yep.
Which, yes, exactly average. So we'll pop a wound onto this laddie here.
So what this does mean is I'm going to be going into your phase still having cabal points, which is quite cheeky. Because what that means is I can spend it on Magnus in the shooting phase to let him just auto blanket damage, which is quite interesting.
That is very interesting.
There's a Doom Bolt into them is not really going to do anything, so it's more.
Okay.
Okay, so that is the start of the shooting phase stuff.
Sweet.
This gentleman here is going to shoot him.
The Patriarch. Yes, he is not a sole survivor, whatever it's called, lone operative.
Yep.
So you can pop away.
Unless you want to make it so I can't target him.
Oh, yo, see, I see what you're doing here, Si. I see what you're doing here. Because, so, we need to talk this through because making each of those units not be targetable outside of 12 is quite nice because it means that the only things that can shoot them would be the Terminators and the him. But they're probably going to pick them up anyway. Nope! Shoot the Patriarch! Shoot!
So we're not going to go for the big shot because there's no point.
Do it!
So we'll do the D6 plus 3 blast.
Okay.
For 5, 6, 7, 8 shots.
Oh my gosh.
No,
No, I will not. Oh.
Need to die.
Oh, right, so I need to do 7. There's 7.
3 is the hit.
Okay.
And strength 9.
Oh. Okay, well.
I'm assuming you're T5 or
I think I'm
T6.
T5,
So we'll say 3's to win.
Yeah. Cool.
So 3 minus 2.
I think I'll have a 4-up in now.
2 damage.
Okay. I think I'll have a 4-up. I'll check. Well, it's definitely at least a 5-up. So 2 damage each, 4 damage. He's taken 2 already. I think he may be dead, so I think it might be 5 or 6 wounds on this boy. I don't think he'll have 7, but let's just check. Beep, 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 beep. So my Patriarch has got 6 wounds exactly. He's dead. Blah. And didn't have cult ambush. So there's no coming back for him. Can't believe I failed all my cult ambush rolls so far. It's really, really getting me.
Okay.
Okay.
That's him fired.
Yep. He has
This gentleman here
Yep.
is going to declare shoots into them.
Okay, so I will spend my CP to give them stealth and
Yep.
can't be targeted outside 12.
Yep.
And I'll do it for free on my other squad
Yep.
as well. With the next, well, if you so wish to target them with anything as well. But I have the ability. Cool. Have you spent any CP yet?
Nope, I'm still on 1.
I'm now down to 1. Okay.
What do I dislike more? I think I dislike seismic cannons more.
Okay. You can pick a different target, by the way.
And I don't think he's actually got line of sight to anything else. I don't think he can actually.
Perfect.
Let's see. Nope.
Nah. Beautiful. Okay.
How many wounds each are they?
They're 3 wounds each.
Oh, actually,
yeah.
Didn't
Chunky
realise
boys. Chunky boys.
that. Okay. Do we get greedy? No.
No greed.
Terminators.
Yep.
Everything into the seismics.
So into seismics. Okay.
So I'll spend my Cabal ritual.
Yep.
And I will make the switching to psychic weapons free. And I'll spend my CP and give them all reroll hits and wounds.
Perfect. So you're down to 0 CP.
Down to 0 CP.
Perfect. Smash it.
And this is where you need to give me a lot more dice than I've currently got.
No, I will not. Right, so how many shots are we talking here? I have to do it in 2 batches.
40 just on the bolters.
Okay, so we'll do 20 then, shall we? So what's that? 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay.
There we go. So you're minus 1 to hit.
Okay.
You have full rerolls, right?
And
Or you plus 1 to hit?
I'm plus 1 to hit.
Okay, so that takes you back to normal.
So what's giving me minus 1 to hit?
Because of that strat I just used. So it gives them stealth
Okay.
and can't be targeted.
Is it stealth all the time or stealth if you're outside a certain range?
No, it's just stealth all the time and then the no target outside 12.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm back to freeze to hit.
Yep.
Rerolling everything. 6 is the hit auto wound.
Okay.
6 is and also explode.
And every model is
within 12.
Perfect.
So,
Smash it. Right,
so-
roll them up.
These.
Good explosions.
So
That was very good hits.
I'm not gonna fish.
No fishings?
If I wasn't hitting on, if I was hitting on 2s, I would.
Yeah, there was a few 2s in there.
Yep.
Yeah, you got them? Yeah, perfect.
And re-rolling.
Nah.
Okay, so 2 missed.
Yep. But 3,
2
back in.
and yeah, so 2 missed. So that's a 2 and 1 back in.
Yep.
Then I just use that dice, but never mind.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And these have also auto wounded.
So these are also because they're lethal.
Yeah.
Right, okay, cool. And,
So-
is it 2s to wound?
2s because we are strength 5 because we turn them into psychic weapon.
Yeah.
And we are plus 1 to wound for Magnus.
Sweet. Nice.
No need to fish here because I'm not looking for mortals, I'm just
Yes.
looking for it to actually work.
Just want wounds here. Beautiful. Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 for the first volley.
Oh,
And these are minus 1.
I can't believe that's only the first falling. So 6s. Okay. So if that was 18 minus 3, then you've killed 14 so far.
Okay.
Okay. Fire away.
And back again.
Next
2,
volley.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12,
14 so far.
18, 20.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to start getting careful because your characters may have different saves.
Yes, that's true. They do have in-moms as well.
So auto wounds. That was not a great hit roll, that one, to be fair. Oh, there's another, and there's another. So hitting on 3, so reroll those. Tasty.
Very
so 2 miss, but another 6 go back in.
Good lord.
So 2.
4 more dice, yeah.
Yep.
There we go.
And 2's re-rolling. That was a 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1. 1 so that is that many at -1.
It's a lot.
Okay, so you're gonna have to go.
So I've done 4. You've done 14 so far.
Yep. So you've got just stop it. You've got different saves.
Of course. So we'll do 6 at a time.
Yep. 6 on your normal guys.
So you've killed 4.
Yep.
So I'll do 2 at a time now.
Yep.
6s. So you've killed 1 more. So we'll do 1 at a time now. Nope, so there, now the squad is fully dead.
Yep. And
I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 wounds to do. So the Nexus has got 3 wounds. We'll start putting them on him first. 6s. So he's dead.
Yep.
And then the Primus has got a 5 up angle. But he probably is still dead. It's a valiant effort, but yeah, he's only 4 wounds, so that's the entire squad wiped. And then I'll get a blip.
And to be fair, we also still had 2 psychic attacks and 4 missile shots as well.
Good lord. So we'll pop these boys up there. Right, you get onto your next thing then, Simon.
Next thing is Magnus is going to shoot the other squad.
Okay.
And so what we should declare at the start of the phase was the sorcerer here was going to look at that squad there.
Okay.
Because he didn't let. It was. I think we just took the wrong squad. It was seismic cannons I was killing, remember?
Oh my god!
Because the seismic cannons were scary.
Oh my god! Yes, you're absolutely right. So I'll put all these guys back. Damn it! So there wouldn't have been any of that rolling for Nexus and Primus, but this squad is definitely lifted. They are lifted. Okay.
I didn't like those seismic cannons. I didn't expect him to pick up a beast that he is. Like.
Yeah, no, right. Pretty good. I also didn't expect it if there's any consolation, hence why I did such a poor job of setting up potentially the other squad going into Magnus, which might have done something nice. Right, so these are the guys going away. So they get a blip, and the mining weapons, sorry there.
You still got the lasers.
The mining laser, the lasers. The lasers.
So then Magnus will then shoot into your mining laser squad.
Cool, which is good because I can then use my Nexus thing to make them for free, -1 to hit, because they have stealth.
Nice.
Right, cool.
Okay.
Ooh.
So he will be hitting on 2s, because he hits on 2s normally, gives himself +1 to hit.
Of course. Of course, Simon.
Because the sorcerer has looked at you melee, he does get to reroll 1s.
Okay.
But he doesn't have any wound rerolls this turn because we use that on these sorcerers.
Okay.
So, Gaze of Magnus first of all. So 3d3 shots for 4 shots.
Okay.
So hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s.
Yep.
6s still explode.
Okay. Right, we need to do something about these 6s, folks.
I'm really quite liking these teams on dice here.
Come on. Good lord.
2s to wound. Any 6s are just going to be 3 mortal wounds.
Perfect. Those are 6s now, eh?
So just -2.
So straight through.
So 6 guys dead.
6 guys dead, cool.
And then his blast weapon. So d6 plus 7 shots. So 4, 3 normally, 1, 2, 3. And you were a 20-man squad when we started shooting. So 2s, re-rolling 1s. 6s explode. No 6s on that time.
Yay! Nice.
1 6 on the conversion, but 1 1. So all hit. Strength 5 but +1 to wound. So 2s, no rerolls. 6s do 2 mortal wounds.
How has he got that many shots, Simon? That's
You're a big giant squad.
Good lord.
So those are 5 up saves. No, it's -1. So 6 ups.
Okay. Yeah, because we're not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that is 6 guys die, and then 6 mortal wounds.
Okay.
Is that enough for the squad, or have I gonna left you on tiny?
I don't know. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the 6 mortals. There you go. 3 guys left in the squad.
So be careful of that, because that will then break coherency.
Yeah.
So you need to keep coherency, or people start dying.
There we go. Sorted. So that's that squad there. Oh, sorry, I better put down a blip, eh? Tape measure, please, sir.
Tape measure.
Thank you. Now I know you can do a double move, right, with anything?
Yes, apart from the beasts.
Apart from beasts. So double move with Terminators would be
10 inches. I guess I could advance on the first one.
right.
And then
I think I'm just going to make them really safe, like back here. I say really safe because you still double move and
double move Magnus.
And
Yes,
Magnus.
unless you kill Magnus.
yeah, I'd like to kill Magnus. That would be ideal, but whether or not I can, I don't know. But yeah, I think we'll go for that. Something like that there. Yeah. The Nexus could always move at d6 inches as well.
Yep.
Cool.
Where is your necklace? That's
He's
that
over
way.
there. Yeah.
Okay. I don't have anything else that can shoot.
Okay. Well, can move it up to 6 inches. Start of each player's command phase. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Right then.
So,
Shooting done.
I don't want to charge them.
Do you want to charge?
I think I'm actually happier with them left alive on 2 guys.
Yeah. I guess
Because if I kill them, then you're going to come back over a 20-man squad.
that's true. Yeah, that's very true. If you did want to charge, it would be looks like 11s.
Yeah. No, I'm fine. I'm
You
fine.
quite happy?
Because
Okay.
if you move them, I'll probably just overwatch them.
That's very true. That's very true. But what if I don't move them? What if I just reinforce forward? I don't know. Maybe could do that. I don't know.
Okay.
Cool.
So
Happy?
end of turn. I'm
Yep.
going to discard capture enemy outpost
Yeah, good shout for a CP.
because I want the CP.
Yep, wants a CP. He wants it. So seep for Simon.
And I scored 5 for behind. For extend battle lines.
5 to extend battle lines, perfect. I'm just going to check at the end of your turn, do I want to pick up units? No, I don't. You're leaving me very much on very low assets here, Simon. It has to.
Okay, you've not rolled well with your Cults.
It has to be said. And then, so for extend battle line, you got 5?
Yes.
Yes, so I'll give you up to 15 secondaries. I'll get rid of both of these because you have binned them. Perfect, and then we're on to my turn 2. No, turn 3.
Turn 3.
So I forgot I went first. So I'll go up to 2 CP, and you'll also go up to 2.
Yep.
I'm still only getting 5 for primary. Oh dearie me. So that'll take me up to 16 points. I'll need to draw some secondaries.
Yep.
And I think that's about it. So we'll go back to main screen, let people see our lovely faces. Right, secondaries. Right, I need some big secondaries here, folks. Can we get some good ones? Overwhelming force.
Kill something off an objective.
Okay. And 3 VP up to maximum of 5. Okay. Next, investigate signals in your shooting phase. So this is the corners one, right?
This was a corner one, or was that the central one?
Oh.
No, corners.
Corners, okay.
So you need to roll for those gentlemen to see if they are battle shocked.
Yeah, let's
because
do that.
they got battered.
They did get pretty battered. So I'll check with the Primus. I think it might be 6, which would be nice. Primus is leadership 6, so this is roll 6 or higher. There's no minuses here?
Nope.
No, cool. Yes, so they
Yeah,
are
super
very,
happy.
very, very happy. Okay, which is interesting because I actually could be eyeing up a 6 points secondary for investigate signals this turn. Because I could do it with this squad here and forego shooting. Could do it with this squad here, forego shooting.
The only
Not
downside
gonna
about
shoot
doing that
Mhm.
was you've got to be wholly within 9 of the corner.
Yep.
Can you do that while still staying on your home objective?
Probably
Because if
not.
not,
Yeah.
you're then going to lose 5 primary next
Probably
turn.
not, that's true. Yes. Which is disappointing. And I have nothing else at all. I have one more unit to bring in. But that's it. So maybe just go for 4 and keep the primary then. I think that's probably a better shout than any. So that's fine. So we could still do it 2 corners and overwhelming force. I do have to try and either kill your Terminators or Magnus, don't I? So that's going to be the job for the Aberdants, I
The
reckon.
problem is you've realistically got to kill Magnus.
Yeah.
Because if not, he walks over there and that
Gets
deletes
the-
that
gets the
20-man
blood.
unit.
Yeah, exactly. And you've already used your pickup.
Yep, so the
crystal
Terminators
thing on
are
them.
there now.
Right, okay, cool. I think that's the way it needs to be then. So let's do that. So I'll type them up. We'll go into the movement phase because I've got nothing in command. And let's do it. So we'll go to the top down.
I will put damage reduction onto Magnus again because he's about to get smacked by a bunch of big hammers.
Come on! Smack. Smack my beat chip. So we're going to be overwhelming force, and it is investigate signals, I believe. Is that what
Yes.
it's called? Signals. Now, how long? The action is completed at the end of my turn.
Yes.
Right. Cool. Cool. Right. So let's go straight to movement. So I think what we'll do is we'll bunch these guys up even more. I just don't want to give you any sight lines onto me whatsoever.
Yep.
It's a wee bit of a shame that these guys are sat on this objective, not really getting themselves into the fight. So I think if I was changing this list, I would 100% be just bringing in a 10 squad in fights just to sit on your home field objectives, because
Haven't you literally got lone operated characters?
I've got like
The gunslinger guy.
Yeah, Kellamorph, but the Locus, I think, as well. Potentially, or they could be the Nucleus, but yes, Kellamorph definitely is. I think there's also a Sanctus as well, which is like a wee assassin boy. But yeah, you're right. So a cheap boy just to sit there.
Same reason
that's
I
a good
have
change.
the
Yeah, that's a good shout actually. Or the Reductus Saboteur is actually quite nice.
Yes,
she's quite cool. Yeah. So
a lot of the real nasty Genestealer Cults are running 3 Reductus Saboteurs.
Oh really? Oh, that's pretty sweet. Right. So we're going to do this over here. We're going to move these. Oh yeah, we're going to move these guys back. And they used to be wholly within 9. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So let's do that.
Oh, do you go for the Overwatch, Simon?
Yeah, I'm going to reinforce and bring back.
So that happens at the end of your move.
It's in my reinforcements.
Yeah, so you haven't done that yet.
Not yet.
So I get to shoot you immediately when you move.
So it's immediately when you move, okay?
But I also don't like that unit of aberrants.
So that's there, isn't it? Oh, okay, that's true. That's there as an option.
Okay, no, I haven't Overwatched.
It's there if you want it, Simon. It's there if you want it. Then the aberrants will move. So they go 6. I thought they'd be slower, but they're actually pretty fast. And they also are infantry, so they could walk through these rooms if they so wish as well.
At this point, we're going to do a wee measure of stuff.
Yeah. You want to do the Overwatcher?
I am tempted.
Very tempted, folks. Oh, the little crouch thing. Oh wait, that was the Patriarch's crouch thing. Yeah, he's dead.
Just give me a wee sneaky tape measure.
Go for it, mate. There you go. While you do that, I'm going to bring in this unit over here.
No, didn't get far enough with my rubrics. I wanted to be in a position they could overwatch this, but no. So Magnus is going to shoot.
Magnus, are you overwatching?
Yep.
Okay.
Down to 1 CP.
Go for it.
I don't need to watch for the overwatch for the interrupt because not so passes a couple of dice by me.
Just a couple?
About 6 or 7.
6 or 7.
So we are still on 6s. However, we are sustained.
7. There you go with it.
So first of all, we'll go with 3d3 from the gaze of Magnus. 3, 4, 5 shots. Hitting on 6s, but 6s explode. Good roll, but no 6s.
Thank God.
Then d6 plus 5 shots. So that's 10 shots.
A lot of shots.
3, 4, 5. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've only got 7 here. I'll reroll 3 of the fails.
Okay.
1 hit so far.
Yep.
Reroll 3 of the fails. It's just 1 hit, but it does become 2.
Okay. Yeah, because it's explode.
Strength 5. So imagine you're T5.
I'm T6 actually.
So 5, but plus 1 to wound, so 4s.
Cool. Nice.
So that is 2 mortal wounds.
Okay, so I've got 4 ups to shock.
Got 1 guy on a wound.
Yep, you get the 1 guy.
Kills 1 guy.
There you go. So that's 3 less attacks.
Doesn't feel particularly efficient, but hey.
I mean, it's something. Something it
To be
is.
fair, I can't complain about my spiking on 6.
Exactly. Right, so
And that is a very quick movement phase.
that's the quickest movement phase I think I've ever done ever. So we've moved them into wholly within 9 of the table edge, and I'm going to reinforce that unit over there. So I'm going to bring back the 3 mining lasers, which I will be able to find over here. 1, 2, and 3.
Thank God you can't shoot them.
Yeah, exactly. Pew pew pew. Yeah, because it was either shoot or go for points. That was the
then you
quandary.
need 100% play points.
And I think we need points. Yeah, so that's fine. First unit is down here. So they're doing the investigate signals, they're doing investigate signals.
Yep.
And then we're just on to charges, mate.
Yep.
So let's see what these boys can do. Don't know what they need, it looks quite short. But I think that'll do it.
I guess we're just declaring Magnus?
Yes, just Magnus. I don't want to bring it, but you can heroically intervene.
I can't, I've only got 1 CP.
Yes. So let's just go everything into Magnus. I got a 9, is that correct?
Yes.
And as long as I stay outside an inch of you, everything's gravy, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
So have to make base contact if you can.
Yep.
With your aberrants.
And so 9, yep, no. Oh, so that means that I have to come into engagement.
If you can make engage, we didn't declare them as a target, so therefore you can't legally move them within there, but you have to go.
I thought that was maybe a wee gotcha there. So basically anybody who's within 9 of a way to get base with Magnus has to.
Yep.
Okay, so it looks like there's those guys there, so there. He can. He can go this way. Still outside of an inch. Few bases. And then nobody else can base, so they are free to go wherever they wish now, is that right?
Still have to go toward as close as they can towards me, and obviously you've got to be in base-to-base contact with your own guys to be able to fight.
To be able to swing. So really what I want to do is stay outside of an inch of these termies, get as many guys onto the point as I can as well. So I have to stay base to base, yeah.
And I apologise in advance, guys, because you've had to see some real janky files and some stuff happening.
No! Good lord, just allow me my simple pleasure, Simon, of doing something. In fact, I'm probably better getting the aberrant on, so the abominant on, because he's worth probably more OC than a single guy. So we'll go to there, and then these two, wait, these two can base here and here. Right. Okay, Simon, what are you going to do?
Okay, so at the start of the fight phase, I'm going to burn 2 different cabals, both on 2 Kabbalistic rituals.
Okay.
So in my turn, I only spent 6, so that currently leaves me with 8 left.
Okay.
So I'm going to do Echoes of the Warp. So use this ritual at the start of any phase, so fight phase. Once this phase, you can select this Psyker's unit as the target for a stratagem for 0 CP. Okay. Even if you've already used a stratagem in this phase. Okay. And I'm also going to give him Weaver of Fates, use at the start of any phase. You can reroll a saving throw.
So you can reroll a saving throw?
Yep.
And what was the other one?
I can use the strat for free.
Okay. Okay. What strat are you going to use, Simon?
Well, realistically, because that means I can use the strat that I can damage blanket normally. Yep. I can then damage blanket a second time. And I've got a save reroll.
Good gosh! Right, okay, let's see if we can just...
So this is how you make Magnus as unkillable as you can.
See if we can kill you. Right, so... I don't think I got... I could add one to the rune roll here, actually, which would be pretty nice. It's got coordinated trap. Target 2 Genestealer Cults units from your army that have not been selected to shoot or fight this phase and 1 enemy unit. Until the end of that phase, each time a model in either of your units makes an attack, it can only target that enemy unit.
You only have 1 unit in combat.
Resolving. Doesn't say I have to have them in combat.
The first combat was 2 enemy units.
2 Genestealer Cults units from your army that have not been selected to shoot or fight that phase. So they've not been selected to shoot or fight, and neither have they.
Okay, carry on reading the next
bit. Yeah, okay. Until the end of the phase, each time a model in either of your units makes an attack, it can only target that enemy unit, and only if it's an eligible target for that attack, and when resolving that attack, add 1 to the wound roll. And when I play it is the start of my shooting phase or the start of my fight phase. So I can't see anywhere in there that says I can't select a unit that is impossible to attack.
What did it say about eligible?
It just says a unit that hasn't been selected to shoot or fight this phase. I counter your jank with my jank. Let's see here. Right, where are these aberrants? Yep, heavy power and strength 8, so get you to them on 4s at least. Which is something. And this has been errated in some way. John is saying dice check, please. I've no idea what it means by that. Maybe because I wasn't giving you dice. Don't know. And just to check, Simon, CP wise, you're at 1, yeah?
At the moment, yes.
Yeah. Okay. We're furiously checking this here. See if I can actually do this thing.
It's 2 CP. Yep, rules is written. You can do it.
Yay! Might not be intended, but
It's really, really not intended.
But as written, I don't see why not. Right, so I have 27 attacks. And, actually, I think I can roll a dice, and on a 4 up I can get CP back. Let's check here. While the bearer is leading a unit, models in that unit have infiltrators, and each time you select that unit, the target of a strategy will roll a d6 and a 4 up, you gain a CP. So let's see. Yes, I get a CP back. Cool. So I'm effectively at 1 here. Okay, right, so let's see if these guys can do the business. So I've got 27 attacks. Come on, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's the 9 aberrants. They hit on 3s.
Okay.
And 6s explode because the abominant's given them sustained hits of 1. So, 3s explode and 6s. Okay, let's take out the 1s and 2s. And pretty decent on explosions, I think that's 6 explosions. Okay, so we'll get 6 dice back. So I've got 3, and then I am a strength 8, your toughness 11, so it would be 5, but with that strat it is +1 to wound, so I'm in 4s. Okay, they're not bad. So, that many, so what's that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. I still don't think it's enough, because you've got 4 up inbound, right? These are AP2.
Yep. So I'm going to slow roll this at first,
okay.
And then we can do fast roll at the end. So
4
up inborn,
yep.
5. Okay, so I'll use my Cabal points to re-roll that.
Okay. 3.
Yep, out of the box.
Yep, that's fine. Give it that dice back. Yep. Okay.
Okay, you take 2 damage.
Okay.
I spend my CP.
To 0 it.
0 it.
Perfect. Oh, good lord.
Okay, I use my Cabal ritual.
Yep.
I 0 it.
Good lord. So that's, you've basically negated 6. You've got 5 more wounds to take here. On 4 up invulns.
You take 6 damage.
Grand total of 6 damage. Wow. Okay. Okie dokie. So looks like it's up to the abominant. So the A-bomb has got a melee weapon. He has a power sledgehammer. He hits on 3s, and while he's leading a unit, they have sustained hits. So it'll be 3s, exploding 6s. Yep. Come on, at least cheeky 6 or a couple of 6s would be great in here. Nope. So he's only hit twice. It'll be 3s to wound because I'm strength 12. Yep. And I'm going to CP reroll that one.
Yep.
I think I just need to kill. I think I need to kill you. Doesn't matter anyway. 4 up invul. Of course. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. So.
Should I swing back?
I mean. Is there any point, Simon? Is there any point?
If I feel no pain, it's hard for him to get through it.
Okay, right, let's go for it.
So
Angus swings back.
7 attacks.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hitting on 2s, no rerolls.
Okay.
6s explode. It's a psychic weapon. 1 explosion, 1 miss. Strength silly. 2s.
Nope, -1 to wound because you're above my toughness.
Oh, +1 to wound.
So
we are strength
16
plus 1 to wound.
So
twos.
back to 2s.
6s do mortals.
Okay.
Okay, so that's going to be 3 mortal wounds at the end.
AP here?
AP is 3.
It's 3, so straight through. So
Okay,
I need to roll these one at a time.
And they're 3 damage each.
Okay, so first one, 4s. So the guy alive and 1 wound.
Yep.
Next one. He's
Yes,
still alive.
thanks all of it. That's it.
Perfect. Yep, so we need another more dice. So he's finally dead, so one guy's dead. Yeah, he's still alive.
Yep, and you're on 2 wounds.
He's got
2 wounds left on this guy.
one man left. He's taken 2. Yep. 1 man left. So he's dead.
3 more wounds
So
at the end.
killed 2 guys in total. And 1 guy's on a wound. So we'll kill these 2. And we'll get a wound marker. Put it on him. Okay. So pretty disappointing combat phase. But we do get some points. We get some points because I managed to get the investigate signals.
Yep.
For 4. So that gets me up to 10 secondary. Then get rid of that. However, overwhelming force is a no-go. I just need to decide if I want to bin it. Because honestly, I think after this turn, killing you is going to be extremely difficult.
So the big issue they're going to have this turn is actually this squad.
Yep.
Because they're all flamers.
Mm-hmm.
You're on an objective, which I get means I get full rerolls to wound.
Yes. So basically, what I'm imagining here, Simon, is I'm going to be left with 10 acolytes. I think.
And the blip.
Possibly. And a blip. Oh yeah, I have a blip. So I think I'm going to bin overwhelming force, and I'm going to take a CP for my troubles. I think because I hadn't regenerated any. Oh, I did regenerate 1 back, so I can't do that.
You wouldn't get an extra 1 now.
I mean, I'm not ever going to kill you off of anything. I generally don't know.
What's in that squad? That's the
science mix, but no rerolls. So it's just you're just straight needing to.
You might get a beast.
Maybe. But you just need to make sure the beast is off the objective, and I can't get it. Which at this stage you can do.
Yeah.
Because you've got full objective control. No, I'm just going to bin it, regardless. I think it's non-killy objectives I need to be focusing on for the foreseeable. Right, so turn 3 for you. What have we got secondaries wise?
Were they staying on the board or were they able to lift?
Is who able to lift? No, because they don't have to complete the action.
Well, technically, if both things happen at the end of the battle round, i.e. you complete at the end of the battle round and you pick up,
decide?
At that point you could choose the order.
If that's the case, then I'm 100% spending that CP to lift them. Yeah, for sure. So let's do that. So I'll lift both them and the 5 acolyte squad over there.
I said, I'm not 100% convinced it's right, but actually, have you got the card for investigate signal? If it just says it completes at the end of the phase and your strat is completes at the end of the
phase. It goes till the end of your turn. At the end of your turn, each corner of the battlefield that has 1 or more. Oh no, but lifting is at the end of my opponent's turn. That strat is the end of my opponent's turn.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter at all.
Okay.
So it remains as normal. Okay, right, what have we got? 4 seconds.
So I have got secure no man's land.
Beautiful.
For 2 objectives.
Okay, so.
And behind enemy lines.
No man's land and behind enemy lines?
Yes.
Okay. Behind enemy lines.
And we will pick.
And for primary, you'll be at
10 again, because you can only get 10.
So you're up to 20 on primary. So that takes you up to 35 in total so far. And I'm on 20. Oh, it's not looking good.
And we pick exploding 6s again for psychic weapons.
Oh gosh, we go straight to movement. Yeah. To the top down. Right. So really we need to see if we can scrape any sort of points back this game. Oof. Meow. Araman is such a cool model.
He is.
He's very cool.
The only thing I dislike about the way the current rules work with Araman is if you put him on disc, which I think is the coolest way to do it.
Yep.
That means your entire squad technically has the fly keyword, which means anyone who's got anti-fly guns.
Yes.
Just go zap.
Zap.
Right, you're just going to sit there. Because the nice thing about now is you can shoot into combat when someone's fighting a monster.
Yes, exactly,
So,
which is cool. And any minus penalties?
There's a -1.
Right.
But they're all flamers.
Ah, of course.
So at that point,
Oofed.
Cool.
That's a big oof.
Vortex Beastie there is just going to shuffle.
Shuffle, shuffle.
To just get within 12.
Yeah, to flame those
And we'll
boys.
try and flame you. Okay, we'll go straight into the Doombolt phase.
Yep. So that's all movement done, yeah?
Yep.
Cool, perfect.
Everything's in right. Actually, I guess we could walk him forward.
Mhm.
So we'll walk him forward,
Yeah.
which means at the end of the movement phase he's got within 6 of you. So his
Ah,
psychic aura thing
Yeah, we can do more.
could kick off.
Cool.
Does it? 1 mortal wound.
One more. 4-up shrug. I do have a guy on a wound, so no, he's still alive. It's fine. Cool.
They are a lot more resilient than expected.
That's cool,
to be
isn't
fair.
it? It's not bad. I think most competitive builds are running. What was it? Is it Steve for Battle Vanguard?
Yep.
Tactics. The Vanguard Tactics. Yeah. He recently took a list, and it was 3 squads of Adams. He was coining Muscle Beach. Muscle Beach. Muscle
it's a
Beach
lot
is
meaner
back.
than I expected.
Yeah, it's and I mean, suppose when you can't zero out damage and reroll saves, they're a lot better. They're a lot better. Like they were just picking up stuff.
Okay, so we are going to burn all our Cabal points offensively this turn.
Oh my.
So Aaron's just going to do a normal Doombolt.
Okay. Ooh.
6 plus D3
Cool.
for 7 mortal wounds.
7 mortal wounds. So I've
Oh
got
no, that's 2. 8 mortal wounds.
8 mortal wounds. Okay. So 4-up shrugs. Put it back in the dice drawer. So you will kill a guy and put. Oh, sorry. So you'll kill 2 bases.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
2
yes.
bases. So you'll lift that guy and lift this guy.
So we're now going to demonstrate this guy because he now gets to use his ability to use a Cabal ritual that's already been used.
Okay.
So he's going to Doombolt.
Oh, sweet.
6 plus D3.
Ah!
9 mortal wounds.
Good God.
Obviously, as you can see, GW wanted rid of mortal wounds from the game.
Sorry, can I just check? You were saying it's Genestealer Cults that are the most broken army right now, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Right, yeah. I don't believe you. Don't believe you, Simon. So there's a guy in a wound, and you've killed another.
Okay. And now we put the entire Flamer squad into them.
So, talk to me about numbers.
Okay, so this is going to be 10d6 flavors,
Okay.
plus 1 to wound, to the environment, and you're on an objective, so I reroll all wounds.
So you would usually wound on 5, so there'll be 4 roll and everything. Let's just roll it. Right, so 10d6. So there's, because I was just going to say,
To be fair,
I want to see how this goes.
I'll do the little guy separately because he's got a strength 3 flavor,
Alright, okay.
so that does make a difference on him. So he gets 1 shot,
Yep.
which doesn't wound. Cool, that's nice and
Sweet,
easy. 1,
okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Ah, right, okay, got you.
So the rest of my strength 4
This is
flamers.
a d6.
So
got
that's
10.
10. Not the best roll to be fair. 15, 20, 26.
26, cool. You've got 10. I'll get you another 16.
I've got 10.
You've got 10. I'll get you another. There's a 6. Or in fact, you just do 13 twice.
Okay. So,
So
this
you're
is
4
4
re-rolling.
wound, re-rolling because you're on an objective.
Cool.
And we are ignoring cover, and we are still AP -1.
Cool, awesome. So in the first batch, you have scored 5, 9.
Yep.
Right, keep it going.
And next squad.
Ooh, that was good. That. I got for reloads.
Convert.
Oh, that was a good conversion. Yeah. So you've scored 5. You've scored 11 that time. So 11 and 9 is 20. So I'll just do 10.
Yep.
4-ups twice. So 4-ups rogues.
What's the base armor? Is it
5s.
So you get 6 up armor. There's only -1.
Okay.
Actually, I should have pulled it separately, that's fine.
That's
He
fine.
gives an extra AP on 6s to wound, but that doesn't matter. So you'd be 6 of armour.
So 6 is first?
Yep,
Okay.
and then 4 of feeling okay.
So I've made none in the first batch.
Yep.
I've made 2 in the next batch, so I'm doing 9 twice. Because it's 18 wounds in total. Yep. So 4 ups. So, so that's 6. And then 4 ups. That's a really bad roll again as well. Another 6, even 12 in total. So that's 1, 4, 7, 10, and then 2 wounds on him. And I think he has quite high wounds, so I'll just check. He might be 7. I'll double check.
Araman fires his Psychic Stalk, which sounds a lot cooler.
Blam! Abominant is. He's only 5 wounds.
Hits on a 2. It's his strength 6 and +1 to wound, so freeze.
Yes. Oh, that's a really interesting breakpoint actually. Yeah. Because I'm T6.
Goes for -1.
Nice one.
So you are technically, let's say you're on terrain.
On
So
terrain, you're cover.
Yeah.
So 5 ups.
5 up.
Because -1, right? Oh,
And then
let's do it.
D6 damage on this.
Holy moly. For 3.
3.
I need to make a single 4 up and he's dead. He's alive in 1 wounds.
Cool.
Yeah.
So on the plus side, Magnus is now out of combat.
Okay.
So Beastie will fire his strength 9 profile into your character.
Okay.
So 8 shots.
Help me.
Just do this twice.
Help.
Freeze to hit.
Yep.
And freeze to wound. So 2 from the first one. No, freeze to wound. 3 in total.
So 3 to wound,
Minus
strength 9,
Times 9.
but you're -1 to wound.
Ooh, actually, let's just
4s. I don't know what you rolled. I generally
let's just re-roll the wound side of it again.
I blanked out. Yep, so it's
So-
4s to wound here.
So freeze to hit. And 4s to wound. So 2 from the first one.
Yep.
Freeze to hit. And 4s to wound. Okay, so 4 in total. Just work out the same here.
Cool.
-2,
then
2
minus
damage.
2, I'll uncover some 6s.
Yep.
Don't make any. 2 damage.
Yep.
So just roll this twice. He should be gone. Yep, he's gone. Well, on a 2 up comes back to life with full wounds. Are you actually kidding me on here? Oh my god. Can I buy some decent dice rolls? It's not my night tonight, Sam.
No,
It's not my night tonight. Oh, that's actually quite a nice little rule. The old come back to life, but yeah, not if you roll ones. Not if you roll ones, folks. Shooting over here.
Yep, so...
Flame on.
Do we do Flamer? Or do we do... Yes,
I think we do Flamer. Surely. Surely.
So 2d6.
Yep.
7.
Yeah. Definitely still enough to kill me.
It's okay, just keep hiding your dice over there, it's fine.
Mate, look, I'm going to take any sort of win I can right now.
2s to wound.
Nice. AP?
-1.
So I've got 6 ups. There's 5 wins in this god. Oh, look, you killed him.
So they go back into a blip.
Blip, 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 blip. Where do I want to put said blip? What kind of movements the changeling got on him?
6.
But it's your next reinforcement step, so you've got... Oh, I just don't know, Simon. Oops, oh jeez, oh. Let's go for... Oh, let's just go here. How far can this thing go?
10. So, yeah, he could get to there in 2 turns. Oh, no.
What?
10, you'd have to advance.
It has to be, it's only, you only have 1 turn
Yeah.
at it, right?
True.
So,
the only one who could probably get there is Magnus.
there. Yep, cool. Terminators?
Shoot them.
Happy to pick them up, I reckon. I'll give me another blip. Which I'll place back here, I guess. Do I? So I've got a blip there with guys that could come on. And oh, I don't know actually. Let's put it to the top down because I'll have a wee think about this. So put a blip back here.
That's your 5-man bullet.
That's my 5-man acolyte squad.
And this is your 20-man brick coming back again.
20-man brick. So again, he moves 10. He moves 10. Magnus could double move regardless, but I think I'll just pop it there.
Okay.
So we've got blip, blip, bleep, bleep over here, which I don't know if anyone can actually see. It's over here, guys. It's just slightly off camera shot. It's right at the edge of the board. Cool. Is that your turn, Simon?
It is.
Fantastic. Right, what we're looking at, points.
I will secure no man's land for 5. I will keep behind enemy lines, so I'll do that next turn.
Fair dues. So, secure no man's land for 5 takes you up to 20 on secondaries, which puts you at 40 victory points in total. I'm going to get rid of that, and you're going to keep buying in noise.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, it's over to me then. So I get 5 primary. Takes you up to 25, and it's turn 4 now, right?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. So turn 4, and
Magnus will activate his -1 damage again.
Yep. Well, technically, I should have blipped out here, right?
So they,
because it was my opponent's next reinforcement step. Is that right? Because you killed those guys in your last turn. Not this turn. So they should be on the board now.
So should they have been on the board? When should they have been on the board? Should I have been able to shoot them this turn?
You could have.
No. Okay.
Would you have?
Because
well, we say that they're on, but I've spent my CP to make you make them untargetable. Yeah, is that fair?
Yep.
Cool, because it's in the reinforcement step. So as long as I make sure I'm outside of 12 of everyone, then we're gravy, yeah? So the way it works is one model has to be touching the blip, that everything else can come out wherever in coherency, and I have to be outside 9 of you, however, is the other caveat. So I guess we just sit outside of 12, like, so I think
you wouldn't have gone inside of 12.
Point here,
because you wouldn't be wanting to be charged.
12. So again, this is kind of my break point here. Okay. Bringing out the size mix. Which squad was it? This squad here? I think it's this squad here. Gosh, even though it's only 20 very small models, it's a lot. I think it's a handful. It is a handful. Let's go back to top down as well, so everyone can see. Top down. And it is turn 4. Cool. I'll update our CPs in a wee second as well, guys, once I get this show on the road. So I can't bring the Primus back. Boo! But as long as I have a guy touching the blip, and then everybody else can then be in coherency around him, around them. Oh, let's stay behind cover, shall we? Let's stay behind cover. Because you guys have an invul save and can't benefit from cover anyway, right?
Sure.
Cool. Yeah, it's that same old thing of if I get within 12, you can overwatch me, which is bad.
To be fair, if you get him 24, I can overwatch him.
Yes, but again, it's Flamer's 12, Magnus is
24.
Oh, it's just hot. It's just awful. It's horrible.
I mean, it's one of the biggest changes to the game is dealing with the overwatch in the movement phase.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm a fan. I genuinely don't think I'm a fan. And it's not just because I'm getting absolutely destroyed this game. It is generally because I feel like Overwatch, it's a defensive strat used when it's always been when someone charges you, you Overwatch them, right? I don't get the whole Overwatch thing of what just because somebody moved, I get to, like...
But then again, if you're doing that from a fluffy perspective, that squad's moving towards me, I'm just going to let them get to me, and then I'll shoot them when they charge me, as opposed to... I can see them running between that bit of terrain. I'm going to take a pop shot at them.
You shoot them in your turn. You wait till your turn. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. But I can see it's appeal for sure.
It definitely makes the game play differently.
Yes. Okay. Right. So start of my turn. I think I gave myself my primary. I haven't drawn secondaries yet, but I do need to get CPs. So I said that I would have used my stealth thing
to stop Magnus.
And then you're up to 2. Yeah. Okay, right, fine. So then I'll draw secondaries. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. So we have deploy teleport Homer. So where does this happen? In the
centre of the battlefield or in my deployment zone.
Ah, if only I had some guys left alive over there, that would be great. I will keep it though. I think I will keep it. And then we also have cleanse.
Do actions on objectives. Which you can do in your home objective. Actually, is it in no man's land objectives?
Oh gosh. Not within your deployment zone.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
cool.
Are you keeping it or are you spending your CP for once per game?
I'll burn it. Is it once per game?
Once per game.
Oh wow. For assassination.
Technically, my most squishy character at this point is Magnus.
Magnus! Fantastic. Yep, okay. We'll keep it. I don't like it, but we'll keep it. What happened there? Magnus's wine came off.
It was fear.
Get wrecked. Yeah, so we have to do that. We've got deploy teleport Homer. And we'll get rid of cleanse. I'm not loving it. I'm not loving it, Simon. But you've got full control of this game, so I need to scrape. Scrape. So we've got assassinate. Assassin. How do you spell assassin?
How many S's has it got?
Assassinate. I'm going to go with 4 S's. And then we've got deploy teleport. Homers. Right then, so I've spent one of my many CP down to 1 to burn that objective. So let's go for it. So I'm going to do some movement, am I? That's a laugh. So what have you got? You've got behind enemy lines, is that secondary?
Yeah, that's my one I've kept.
Okay. So I don't think I'm going to... I literally can't move because you'll just destroy me in Overwatch.
I'll destroy you.
Destroy.
Unless Magnus incredibly spikes, but...
Even with a move, it doesn't get me into double tap range. Anyway.
Right. At that point, it's better staying still for... Are you heavy or are you rapid? No, you're
I'm
rapid.
heavy. So I could say I remain stationary, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they remain stationary. The seismics are... Oh no, the seismics are rapid fire. Doink! But they could be heavy rapid fire, right? They could have multiples.
So don't think that does.
Give me something, Simon. Give me something. Let's see, seismics. Ranged weapons. Seismics are heavy rapid fire.
Nice.
Yay! So yes, they will remain stationary, which gets them to +1 to hit.
Yep.
But I could also spend a CP on them to get them to +1 ballistic skill.
And is it +1 ballistic skill? It does.
I believe it's ballistic skill, which gets me to hit on 3s. That's kind of nice. It is called... Oh.
Have you got it coming from reserve?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. But yes, it is actually improved ballistic skill, which is nice. But no, we're just going to have to go for the old-fashioned way. So the seismics have got 4 shots each. So 1.
Do they go to 8 then in rapid fire range?
It was only rapid fire 2, so you get 2 extra shots. Yeah. Because it's not 2 times the shots, right? It's just the number of shots added on.
Yeah.
Yeah? Cool. That's the bit I find a bit confusing, because in every edition it's always been rapid fire. You double the shots. So, there's 4 seismics. It's going to be 4s and 5s here, mate, unless there's anything you've got that can make me worse. Good. You've got damage reduction 1 on though? Yeah. So it's C3 -1, basically, so I need to roll pretty hot for this. So we'll do seismics and then we'll do the rest of the other shots, but they're just single shots, so it'll be 12 shots from them. So here we go, 4s. They no longer have exploding 6s.
Not a bad roll, to be fair.
Not bad. Not bad. Whoop, whoop. And then it is 5s, because they're 26 versus your T11. We have 1 move there. So 4 up pinball.
What AP is it?
AP1.
2 up armour.
Oh, fantastic, cool. So, do you get cover as well?
Yep, everyone gets cover in this edition.
2 ups then. Fantastic.
All 4 up in roll.
And yeah, I keep forgetting that he's not just a demon, he's also got 2 up armor as well. And then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 shots with the other weapons. 4s, we'll get any pluses. 4s, wow. And 6s. Nope. That's my turn.
If we roll for the aberrant.
When did we roll for the aberrant?
Oh
no, we never rolled for the aberrant. So you're right. 4 up. I won't roll 4 up anyway. Oh, bloody dad, roll a 4 up. So, wherever they've come in, again, probably somewhere where you wouldn't have maybe been able to get them. Maybe back here. So you need a double move to get me.
Okay.
There. Cool. So
all these blips then are going to be turning over the...
Your new reinforcement step.
Okay.
Yep.
And what's that?
5 acolytes.
Okay.
5 acolytes, 20 neophytes. So 5 acolytes.
Yep.
Yep, because I was like, yep, they'll come back down there.
Yep.
20 neophytes. Aberrants. What's this one?
Use it over 20-man squad?
No, because that's only a 20 man there. So I think this was maybe just, it was here, and I pushed it to one side instead of actually getting rid of it. So I think it's gone.
Right.
The only things that can come back are the Aberrants, the Genestealers, which didn't, the 5-man Acolytes, which did, the 20 fights, which both squads do automatically, but nothing else can come back.
Okay.
So that's us. Okie dokie. Right. Right.
Start of my turn, I pick lethal hits, I get CP. They're not lethal, I have sustained hits.
Yep. I'm going to get rid of. Gosh, what will I get rid of? I'll get rid of Assassinate for CP.
Yep. I mean, yes, to gain the CP. Yep.
Yep.
I draw a card, which is Defend Stronghold.
Ooh.
So, okay, well, I'll score it. But...
I'll score that. Defend Stronghold. And then primary wise, you're on 30. So you've got Defend Stronghold and behind enemy lines, correct?
Yes.
Perfect.
Nothing like those aberrants, so I almost wish I didn't have behind enemy lines now. It's like, don't particularly want to go that close to you. And you've just chucked away Assassinate.
Yes, Assassinate.
Now we Suicide Magnus. Yeah. Okay, so talking about these blips then. So I move.
If you move within 9 of the blip, it goes.
And that's your 20-man squad?
Yes. Yes. And this is me forgetting, Simon, that, because I thought in my head, I thought in my head if you have to touch the blip to get rid of it, but no, it's just within 9. So, I generally don't think there's anywhere on the board, apart from like putting them all over here, that would have allowed me to do anything. And to be honest, I'm quite tired. I want this game to end, I think, so.
To be fair, I think the game has, because realistically...
Probably ended about turn 2.
He walks over here, that blip disappears.
Yeah.
He walks over here, that blip disappears.
Yes.
Magnus double moves, that goes, your squad of aberrants gone, and then he shoots a nuke.
You double move and get that blip.
Yeah.
The opposite side of that squad.
Well, if you said I've got to be within 9...
Oh, sorry, yeah, I forgot. I keep thinking you have to touch.
Because it's 14 inches, his base move gets him to there, double move gets him to there.
Yep. So cult ambush, yep. Any kind of move within 9 of the marker is removed. Yes. Cool. So I'm happy to pick him up. If you want to do all that stuff.
So he just wanders to there.
Yep.
So I don't need to hold this now, because I'm still going to be holding the 2 in the centre. He wanders up to there, which makes that disappear.
Yep.
Araman walks onto there, just so I'm holding the objective. Magnus goes, haha, let's move 14. So flies forward, because you can't fly over buildings anymore. 5, and then 9 takes him to there.
Oh yeah, because you need to go diagonal, right?
So I've just moved that, as opposed to going up. Terminators just shuffle that way.
Yep.
Start of the shooting phase. Magnus double moves. That deletes that blip. Then we we shoot everything into them.
Cool. There we go. Okay.
So they go back into a blip.
Back into blip. And we'll put said blip. There's literally nowhere on the board that I can put a blip. There. Cool.
Spell behind enemy lines.
Yeah.
For,
So score them up.
3 points.
3 points behind enemy lines, so it takes up to 23. And defense strongholds.
I'll be scoring at the end of your phase.
Cool.
So, but I will be scoring if you can't stop it. So it'll be.
That's fine.
3.
Another 3, so up to 26. So I'll just get rid of it for now. So that takes you up to 56 so far. And then in my turn 5.
5 primary.
5 for primary.
You draw 1 card.
Takes up to 20.
Just to see what's
True. Let's see if I can actually do anything. We get area denial.
No.
No. Perfect. So that's us. So
Then that would be yours. That's 5 primary there. I get storm hostile objective just to rub salt in the wound and engage on all fronts.
cool. So I will finish the game on 40 points, including painting. Look at me go. And then you got 10 for primary. Yeah. So
I'll score at the end, so I get 15. That's our max primary.
So max is it still 45?
Yeah.
Back in the olden days. Cool. And secondaries wise, you got an 8er and a.
I would have got. You can't stop me getting engaged. I've got people in them. So engage is going to be 5, and storm hostile objective. We'll go kill those guys over there.
We'll go for 8.
That'll be another 5.
Oh, it's only 5. What's the one where you take your
Capture enemy outpost.
Ah, right, okay.
Because storm is just take any objective.
So you got 10 there, so that takes you up to 36. So that's 45 plus 46, including painting. So that's 91, I believe, in total. 91. Yes.
I'll take your word for it.
I believe so. So 91 to 40 is how I think that finishes out. I'm trying to think, what would you have dropped 9 points on? There's a couple of secondaries that you never
there's
got
2 turns I didn't get
5s.
secondaries, and there's a couple of turns I didn't get full points for it.
Cool.
So,
There we go. So
yeah.
that checks out. So 91 to 40. Put her there, Simon. That was horrendous. That was horrendous.
Yeah.
What? What? Tell me what I should have done differently. Brought a different army?
Different list. We know.
Brought an actual good Genestealer Cults list.
We know that the Reductor Saboteurs are amazing. We know that the Neophytes are amazing.
Yeah.
Aberrants actually did real work, but possibly wrong target.
Oh, yeah, I suppose so.
And obviously, you also had the fact that you failed every single charge. You lost both Rock Grinders before they did anything. You lost the Genestealers before they did anything. So you were basically playing 1,400 points down.
I suppose.
Well, 400 points down.
That was me. I mean, I didn't have to bring the Rock Grinders out. I could have just stayed behind cover. And I could have also just kept the Jackals behind cover as well, right? I could have basically just had everything so that you couldn't have killed anything your turn 1. Which may have helped on secondary wise.
Yeah, because I had Assassinate turn 1, which obviously...
That's true, yes you did. And you also had Overwhelming Force or something like that. It was like kill a unit and then assassinate, was it not?
Actually, what was it?
Like that. Oh no, I've deleted them all now. They're gone. But I think it maybe would have made it so you didn't score any secondary turn 1.
Yeah.
Which would have been huge. So I think that was a bad play on my part because I wasn't really going to gain anything by putting those things on objectives because you were obviously going to kill them off anyway. Yeah. Right. So probably should have kept assets that I could have used in my turn 2 after you've moved up, I guess.
We probably obviously neither of us quite expected him to die as easy as he did.
Yes, the Vortex Beast,
which then meant that you was out of position.
That was pretty nuts, which then meant, that's true.
And what we could have potentially done is, if we knew how easy that was going to be, one dog blocks in here, nukes out Neutralith, one dog blocks in over that section, nukes out Vortex, and then I'm sort of more pigeonholed to this area as opposed to just still...
genuinely, like, I had to deal with Magnus. I think you have to deal with Magnus.
He's a trap to try and deal with.
Good lord, man. Just the sheer number. The 4-up invuln, the 0 out damage, the rerolls of saves, and then the -1 damage as well. Yeah. Like, has anything killed him?
Mortal wounds is the easiest way to kill him.
Right, so you need mortals. Okay.
So it's why that I use my Overwatch on your Genestealers, because they were the only things that actually would have done real work, because he's not got no mortal wound defense.
So I should have made it so that you couldn't have got line of sight on the Genestealers. Not that they would have made the charge anyway, because we rerolled and nothing happened. Okay.
Actually, we rerolled. Did we reroll Aberrants?
We rolled Aberrants, but
I guess
and three charge attempts, not a single 9. So that probably wouldn't have mattered anyway. I think my turn 1 could have been better.
Probably cager.
So be a lot cagier. So you didn't just pick up things for free, which is basically what you were doing. You picked this up for free by one shot from this mutilate vortex beast. You picked that up for free through a combination of whatever, and you picked those jackals and my jackalathus up for free, giving me like 0 assets. And these things. So obviously the Rock Rangers can't come back from cut ambush. Yep. So probably again, if you're wanting to make it a much more competitive list, you just take them out, because why would you have units that don't actually like synergize with your game plan? So that could have been another 2 20-man blocks in neophytes, right?
To be fair, a lot of people are running the hybrids with the demo charges.
The hybrid metamorphs.
The acolytes can still take demo charges, can't they?
Oh, I'm not sure. I think they can. Oh yes, they can. Yes, you're right. They can.
That's a truly nasty profile. That's what, D6 plus 3 strength.
Yeah.
High.
You have to get in range. I think it's only 6-inch range for the demo charges. I'll check.
But you've also got the strap to come in within 3 inches.
True. That's very true. So and if you have them in your min 5 squads, or even big squad of 10, right?
You come in and nuke.
You just go woohoo. So that's definitely in terms of list building would be better. And then other than that, honestly, I just felt like after my initial turn 2, and I was like, yeah, cool, I killed the vortex beast and didn't make any charge. I just felt it was like GG's from there.
It was a downhill slope.
Because it was just like Magnus just takes over, and then you've not got the capability to deal with. The only anti-tank I really had was the 2 neophyte squads and the aberrants. So as soon as they're gone, I'm just like, hoo-hoo. I suppose maybe these guys, maybe the acolytes, but again, because of the way, because the list building stage wasn't ideal, I then had 10 acolyte hybrids that are actually quite nasty in combat.
Yeah.
Like they could do real good work into your Terminators with anti-infantry 2+, reroll ones to hit and wound, and all that kind of stuff. They were sat holding the objective for the entire game. So that could have been, as you said, like a 50-point hero.
Yeah.
Just sitting there doing that job to then means that I could actually do stuff. Plus they come back on automatically for a blip as well. So I think a lot of wrong points for me, a lot of things to work on. As I'm kind of like fishing through the new 10th.
You're just starting 10th and you're just starting Genestealer Cults.
True, that's true. And this is the only list that I basically have. I've got a very limited selection of models, but I'm definitely going to be taking some. I'm going to be investing in some different stuff for sure. Happy with your list? I mean, you were saying at the start you probably only go 2 vortex beasts.
Probably 2 vortex beasts. I got lucky in this, if I'm perfectly honest, because the secondaries were action ones. You know, I didn't get investigate signals, I didn't get cleanse, I didn't get deploy comas.
36 points in secondaries, so yeah.
And the stuff that I got was play the game and score points, which is what you freaking want with this list.
Yeah, that's true.
My other list is a bit more toolboxy, 1 less vortex beast, but you can see yourself, the vortex beasts, they're just a really weird model because they're too good to just ignore.
Yeah.
And they're 145 points. If they die, I don't,
You're not that fast.
It's literally, Magnus is more expensive than all 3 vortex beasts.
Yes.
So it's like, okay.
Yeah, so, and they didn't get any change in the points update at all. Oh, wow. Well, seeing what they're capable of, the mortals in range, their shooting profiles, and also, well, we didn't really see what they did in combat at all, did they? But they can slap in combat.
Yeah, can slap in combat. They're a nice anti-infantry killer. They go nicely against Terminators.
They're doubling your your cabal things. Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
Like I said, it just means that people who sort of wandering around with the, like a Reductor Saboteur, perfect place for him would normally be somewhere around here.
Yeah.
You can't do that if someone's going to go, cool, do bolt, he's dead.
Yeah, that's nuts.
It's not even a dice roll unless I roll the 1.
Yeah, and you've got that sniper ability there for your lone operatives. Yeah, nuts.
Magnus is crazy. If you get, if you go true tanky into him, you can have in 1 fight phase or one shooting phase, you could have a CP reroll, a Cabal point reroll, and then 2 damage blanks. And when you combine that with a T11 2 up 4 up, it's like...
Yeah, that's nuts, man. That's absolutely nuts. So yeah, we're thinking Magnus is going to get some work done for you, the old WTC.
That's the plan.
Very good. Well, cool. Well, as one-sided as that was, I still had lots of fun. It's great rolling dice, and it's great just kind of learning lots of stuff about the new edition. This is my second game with 10th, so I can't wait to get into
I apologise
more.
for bullying Dave slightly.
And
the dice didn't help this.
Oh, look, let's not talk about the dice. Let's not talk about this. Honestly, the icing, the cherry on top was the... I'm like, that literally has no bearing on the game whatsoever. I'm still going to lose horribly. Just give me my Abominant back on a 2-up. Still rolls a 1. Yeah, so that's just my luck. But no, thanks so much for coming on.
No problem.
It was great to see you. Great to have some more 10th, some more 40k stuff. I know it's been ages since our last battle report, but we're going to get more on because I really want to delve into 10th.
I'm bring Eldar next time.
Yeah, I heard they got a nerf, right?
They have been nerfed, yeah, that's fine. They're perfectly balanced now.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. So, yeah, we'll get some more games on, and yeah, really looking forward to it. So, good luck for the upcoming tournament. If I don't see you before them, sure we will. And yeah, before we kind of get signed off and whatever, I just want to say thank you to everyone for watching. Thanks for getting in touch on chat. Reese is saying DJ deserves it. Oh mate, come on. You know what? I hope you lose both the games tomorrow. I hope you go 3-2, Reese. Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm putting on you right now. This is the guy that cheated me with Tree Lords. They don't have 3-inch reach, Reese. They only have 1-inch reach on the other profile. Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's fine. Awesome. But yeah, so say thank you to all the viewers. Thank you to all the sponsors, as we said at the start. And now is where I'm going to remind everyone that if you want to get involved with the giveaway, and if you don't know what the giveaway is, basically, every single month I give away stuff for free. So I give away a box of your choice, a Combat Patrol Vanguard, or a Start Collecting box from Accent Gaming and Fairman. Yep. I also give away the mini mag train movement bases, which are awesome. So if you magnetise your bases, which I generally tend to do for transport, these guys, the magnets will click onto these metal movement trays, which just makes movement and things like that so much easier if you've got big squads of stuff, like if I had neophytes.
20 neophytes.
Yeah, 20 neophytes. In fact, they're going to be perfect for 20 neophyte blocks. So they're really great for mini mag tray, and then also custom tokens also get sent out from propane distillers, which are awesome. We've got loads of nice ones here. I've got my call to arms, my 3-inch widgets. We've got the 6 and 9-inch, which makes the 12 magnetised ones, which are awesome. So they get sent out as well. And to get involved, all you need to do is comment down below at the end of the stream. Don't comment yet because the live chat will disappear. You just say, I answered the call, and I will take your name and I'll put it in a wee hat at the end of the month and give away some free stuff. Please make sure you also like and subscribe as well, because that's how you also get in touch. It's not just comments. You need to like and subscribe to the channel. You
I've done it.
Can you help me out? Simon has done it. He's not won yet, and I'll make sure he doesn't ever. But yeah, so if you want to get involved, please do. And yeah, so that's us. So anything you'd like to say before we sign off, Simon?
Thank you,
No, thank you. So we'll get on to the thanks screen. We have to put in victory to Magnus, who
did nothing wrong.
Everything wrong. Everything wrong. And then this also allows me to thank my patrons as well. So my patrons are all scrolling on the screen right now. We've got Grant Fraser, Sean McKechnie, Stephen Dale, Reese Fraser, JP Gannis, Craig Graham, Scott Smith, David Lyle, Sean Murchie, Joe Scoville, Richard McQuarrie, Raphael Colban, and Ross Sherry, and Stu West, and Stuart Logie. God, I thought I was done. Stuart Logie as well. Thank you so much, guys. Honestly, your support is so greatly appreciated. Like, yeah, it helps me to be able to get some new stuff for the channel, improve things, and yeah, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. So that's us. Cool. Happy with that, mate?
Oh, no.
Let's go off, and I'll just keep listening to Transmit, and I'll let you get up the road. And that's us. So, without further ado, thank you so much for joining us, and please remember to tune in next time and answer the call. Okay, thanks. Bye bye, guys.